think.
I definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did too. I really liked the Titans.
Yeah. I
But I didn't think that like
subbed.
any Texans starters were going to be playing. Like Nico caught a touchdown and shit. So
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
don't know.
I saw Mixon didn't play very much. Who was the running back they were playing a lot?
I think it was Ogumbawale.
Yeah, yeah, it was Ogunbowale. Yeah.
And I think that I'm right because I think I saw a post about it, but it's either like his cousin or his sister is Arik Ogumbawale on the Dallas WNBA team.
Oh, really? She's a beast.
But she's
She just
insane.
won like MVP last year, didn't she? Or a couple years
She
ago?
might have or something.
Yeah.
Like she's sick.
Yeah,
But
she's a beast.
they're somehow maybe I'm making that up, but I swear I saw that
I mean,
somewhere.
I can see where you got that from if you're making it
Eh,
up.
fair,
I'll say
fair.
Ogunbowale isn't exactly Smith.
Dare and Arik too. It adds up.
Yeah, yeah, you know. Right on. Well, a little cold open there. Welcome to Rock Talk. We're talking rock. I'm Sean. This is
Week
Jake.
18
Week 18.
recap.
Yeah, yeah. We were just talking about how terrible you are at picks. Um,
Yeah, I got one. I
you
got
all
the
suck,
Giants
dude.
Eagles under 37.
I can't believe that's the one you
Great
hit.
pick.
Under 37.
Yeah, I didn't even I like don't want to talk about those, but that's like the whole like what we're talking about. So let's
Yeah,
talk
well,
about
let's get into it.
it.
What's first game we want to do?
Cleveland at Baltimore.
Yes, yes, that's right. Let me find
Derrick
that.
Henry had like 100 yards and two touchdowns in the
Yeah,
last like 6 minutes of the game.
yeah, he's a freak. I saw
It was
he hit an incentive, a touchdown incentive, I believe. Got an extra like couple mil, so it's good for him.
love that.
He's a beast, dude. I love the whole storylines, I guess. It feels like just one of him and Saquon this year. In the offseason where everybody was like running backs aren't shit, don't pay running backs, and now they're 1 and 2 in the league in rushing. It's fucking
Yeah, they're
really cool to see.
monsters.
Yeah, really cool to see. Derrick Henry's got to be up there with one of the best of all time. Just like the numbers he puts up at the age 31 is
Especially
ridiculous.
like in this day and age too, like every like stat sheet you see him on or like comparing him to like great running backs, like none of them were like post like 2005.
Mhm.
Like Derrick Henry is like the only one of the present day running backs that like
Yeah,
is in those
since like
conversations.
LT, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just because they used to run the ball so much more.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's just the Ravens style. I think it kind of always has been. They just play defense, they run the ball, and
Facts.
it works for them.
The Yeah, Baltimore. I don't know. They're getting my hopes up. It was Cleveland and again it was Zappy, but I don't know. I feel like they'll play Kansas City and they'll lose. So I
Yeah.
don't want to get my hopes too high on Baltimore. But
Well, last year they lost to Kansas City because they could not run the ball. Like, how
very true.
didn't they have like I forget exactly what it was, but I feel like they only rushed it like 7 times when they played the Chiefs last year in
Yeah,
the
no, that's
AFC
probably right
Championship.
with
And now you
freaking
have
Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, yeah. Now you have Derrick Henry. So I feel like I really like their chances more this year, but at the same time, the Chiefs have really started to play really, really well. So I don't know if anybody's going to beat them, period.
I agree. I've seen that whenever Derrick Henry gets 20 carries, they win the game. And I think
Mhm.
that the Ravens are the best team in football when they're winning. But when they're losing, they lose. They continue to lose. Like it's real hard for them to run their way back into games because they can't. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
So if they have the lead, which they usually do, the Ravens are freaking awesome. But
Yeah.
if they go down 10 zip, it could be 21 zip real quick because they can't run. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It could be.
But Lamar is obviously like I don't want to
Lamar's
say the
awesome.
MVP, but
I
he's one
I
of the two.
I think he is, honestly. I think he's going to win his third. It just need
Yeah,
I
I think
I need to see him do more in the playoffs. I know they got to the AFC Championship last year, which was cool, but
they got to get a little further. One more
yeah,
game.
I need him to get to the Super Bowl just for Lamar. I love Lamar.
I do think that the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl. I wonder what odds are on that right now. Just like minus 150
Just
and
AFC
maybe
versus
minus
NFC.
200.
I don't know, dude. The Lions, the Eagles, the Vikings. It's probably pretty even.
You're probably right. I don't know. I think that the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens is,
Mm,
I almost like all three of them.
it's comparable, I'd
You
say.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
think that they all got better defenses and really good offenses than the NFC teams, other than, I guess, the Vikings have a good defense and so do the Eagles. But I mean, last night the Vikings defense looked like shit.
yeah.
And
They got exposed for sure, but they
I
were
really
also
wanted to
playing
pick
probably the
the,
best offense in the league. So
very true. I really wanted to pick the Packers against the Eagles like this upcoming week, but the Packers just totally ruined that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and Baltimore rolled. We
hmm
totally expected them to.
yeah.
But it was a backdoor cover, though,
It was a backdoor cover. I smashed my Lamar bet, uh,
and you're over
and my
almost
over.
by the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That Browns touchdown.
That's kind of what I was why I picked it because I figured the Ravens would put up. I don't even know what my number was, but close to that many points just by themselves.
It was 41, and there was a total of 21 points scored in the fourth, which was definitely helped you out a
Huge.
little bit.
Yeah, huge.
But good
Um,
pick.
yeah, yeah. Browns are gotta go quarterback, right? Where they have the second pick.
I would think I've also seen that like Deshaun like took a pay cut and they like have like he's going to be their guy. So
Well, he didn't necessarily take a pay cut. They just pushed the money back further.
yeah, I guess fair.
And
But like, didn't
I
he
also
agree to
saw
some
today
sort of
that
lesser amount or no?
I don't think he did. I think they just restructured, so he's still getting the same amount. Just the cap hit for next season is as big as it was going to be.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha. They
but
made
I
it seem like
also
he was
saw
doing the
that
Browns a big service.
he suffered a setback today, and that, like it's questionable if he's even going to play at all next year. Like
Fair.
apparently
I
he
mean, I definitely
re-aggravated
think
his
that they
injury.
should.
Yeah,
I definitely think that they should. I don't know if they can, if that makes any sense.
yeah, I think at this point with the Browns, it's just
Keep
stubbornness,
trying.
and the owner is just like he's like, I'm paying this dude, you're playing this dude, end of story.
I agree.
Whereas I don't know, I think you draft a guy like Cam Ward, and really anybody I think you put with Stefanski is going to succeed because Stefanski is a great coach. So I think you draft a QB, maybe not even play him this year, maybe not play him next year. Wait till Deshaun's contract is up or until you can afford to cut him and then put in a guy. And I think they could be pretty good as long as they have other weapons around him, which right now they're lacking. But
I'm not against that at all. I just don't know if like the Browns can really afford. I mean, they're going to be bad no matter what they do
yeah,
probably next year, but
I think so too.
I
I
don't know
think
if they
you,
can afford to spend the number two pick on a quarterback just to sit him for 2 years behind Watson. Like, why not get I guess Milrow or Ewers in like the second or third, right? Maybe, and just if that's your plan, but I don't know. Milrow is kind of a Deshaun Watson type too. You know what I mean?
what do you mean by that?
Athletically
Yeah, totally.
in his prime.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe just draft a rookie and start him then. I just think you need to have another option at quarterback that isn't DTR or Bailey Zappi.
I completely agree. I also am not fully convinced that Cam Ward or Shador is. I've seen that like but either of them would have been fourth or fifth in last year's draft with May, Daniels, and Caleb. So like,
Mhm. That was a
I don't
stacked
think that
class
this
though.
is fair enough, but I don't think this is the draft to sell your future on one of these two guys.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. You could trade it away, just get a bunch of assets, and then trade Garrett, get a bunch of assets for him, and just
For
start from
sure.
scratch next year.
Like I think like Shador, his floor is a lot higher than Jalen Milrows,
Yeah,
but Jalen Milrows' ceiling is probably higher in my head. I maybe not, but like Milrow kind of seems like he's got all the qualities. He's just a little bit of a dumbass sometimes.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't really watched enough of him to speak on that, but I have watched Cam Ward, and I think he's going to be the best quarterback in this class. And I think
I
if you
like
can get
him
him at
too,
two, if the Titans don't take him, I think you got to get Cam Ward.
for sure, for sure. I wouldn't be against that at all. He definitely. It's weird because he's a badass, but there's. Did you see the bowl game? that was kind of some horse shit that I don't know if what I don't know all the details because the coach kind of wouldn't talk about it.
What
But
happened?
apparently Cam Ward like said he was going to play in it, was not going to sit out. Played the first half, broke the Division 1 passing touchdowns record because he
Didn't
got
see that.
three, and
Mm-mm.
then just took himself out at halftime. His decision, and
Did they
I don't
lose?
know. They lost by one, 42-41 to
Wow.
Iowa State. So I don't know. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was a big Cam Ward guy before that, but what? He just quit on everyone there.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know.
at
It
that
could be
point,
different.
what are you really playing for? You know what I
I
mean?
agree. I agree. But like that should have been probably planned or talked about. It seemed like the team and coach got kind of blindsided
Caught
when he
off
did it.
guard. Yeah.
And I don't know. It definitely, I was like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
it's one small thing and I don't know all the details. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's something. Anyways, let's
but
move on.
he's a stud.
We got Bengals Steelers next to close
Yeah.
out the AFC North battle. I was rooting hard for the Steelers on this one.
Yeah.
Uh,
The Bengals tried so freaking hard to give them that game.
yeah, it
They
was
begged them.
yeah, it wasn't great showing for either team really. Um,
No.
Pickens was atrocious. I don't know what happened to him. All of those drops, they were perfect throws. He had one
He,
catch for 0 yards on 4 targets, and he had 3 drops. Is that what it was, or did he have more targets?
it's bad. I think it was 6 targets. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
I said 4.
He has, I thought that I saved it, but I'm trying to find it. Um, I found George Pickens' burner last night.
Shut up.
No, like it's like he has like 50,000 followers and all he tweets about is George Pickens. Like I don't even think he's trying to like hide it.
Dude, Tyreek Hill
Um,
needs a burner.
dude, what is he? I don't know if he can just say I'm leaving. Like they have to be in agreement, correct? Like obviously, I'm sure
Yeah, I
that
mean,
they'll
he
just make it
could
happen.
sit
But
out,
like
I guess. But
it's also bad communication.
did you see Tyreek Hill's Twitter profile picture he changed to?
Is it him and the Chiefs?
No, it's a picture of. Remember when Antonio Brown ran off the field with his shirt
Oh my
off?
God. Oh my
It's
God,
a picture of
dude.
like Antonio Brown, but he put his face on the body. Tyreek Hill put his face on the body. I'm gonna try to find it.
Dude,
It's
what are we
hilarious.
doing?
It is hilarious. I'm gonna find it and I'll hold it up to the camera for you. Tyreek Hill.
I also am sending you something right now just because I would also like you to see this. Michael Brewerly.
Really, that's that's George Pickett's burner.
But if you read
Uh,
any comment, if you go to all of his tweets, he joined October 2024. There ain't a tweet you can find that ain't about number 14 or GP.
oh, here we go.
That's his profile
That's
picture on
his
Twitter right
profile
now.
picture on Twitter. Yeah,
Oh my God,
like
dude.
he's gone, dude.
Where to? And it's not,
Probably
I don't think
fucking Kansas
money's
City.
probably,
I'll bet you it's Kansas
probably.
City. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would it be anywhere else if
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he got
Literally.
the money, now he just
He
wants to win
yeah,
again.
dude, he'd go play in Kansas City for $2 million a year.
He probably would. It sounds like I think he's really fucking tired of losing.
So funny, man. It's funny that the two like cornerstones of the Miami sports franchises won out at the exact same time.
I know.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler and Tyreek Hill.
what's in the water down there?
There's got to be something going on. It's the bird flu. I heard the bird flu is getting around.
Yeah, I don't know. I back to the Pickens Steelers.
Yes,
I
yes.
they what's their matchup I saw?
Steelers play the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, in
Yeah, good
Baltimore.
luck. It ain't
Yeah, they're gonna
happening.
get fucked. Um, at least I hope they do.
We saw it 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm,
Or it was Christmas.
yeah.
Pretty sure that game, or it was
No, it
Ravens
was the week
Texans. It was
before
the week before
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way, yeah,
In
I don't know.
Baltimore, yeah, Steelers gonna get fucked up.
Steelers don't impress me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bengals, Burrow's
Too bad,
awesome.
so
Chase
sad.
is awesome. Yeah, bummer, dude. Don't lose to the Patriots week 1 and you're in.
How crazy is that? That like if that game is just flipped, that the Bengals are in the playoffs and the Patriots have the number one pick, and
Both
both
teams would be
franchises are
happier.
so happy.
Yeah, both teams would be happier.
I
Yep.
saw that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, T. Higgins. I'm officially starting my T. Higgins to the Denver Broncos propaganda.
I like it.
Him and
I
Bo
like
Nix
it.
actually grew up together. They're best friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. It probably isn't, but that's
You're
where
just you're
that's
you're
where my
putting that
prop.
into the
I'm putting it
universe.
out there. Yeah, I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
They love each other, dude. You know what I mean? They text.
Fair, fair. Yeah. T and
T
it's
sends him
kind of
love
yeah,
letters.
I love it.
Yeah. uh, yeah. Fuck Bengals. Sucks to
Too
suck.
bad, so sad. Fuck a
Yeah.
Bengal.
Yeah. Be
I think
better.
Jamar's either gonna get $1 billion or he's gonna go where? He wants the money. It ain't about winning. So he might, dude, hear me out.
Niners.
Tyreek Hill for Jamar Chase. Like if the Bengals have to lose him, like saying that they cannot physically give him that amount of money. Like, would you rather let
You'd
him
have to
walk
trade
for
him.
free, or would you rather trade him for Tyreek Hill, who would probably be down to go there?
I don't know, man. I just don't know if that would make either team better.
Oh, I don't think it would, but I don't know if either receiver would play football like for the original team. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
They might play football for the other teams with given money and
Yeah.
situation. I don't
Niners have a
know.
lot of cap space, don't they? That's still a pretty attractive destination, I think.
If Brock Purdy asked us for 60 mil, bro, I want us to call Aaron and Kirk Cousins and be like, hey, you want a mill and go try to win a
Want to
Super
just
Bowl? Like,
want to go
you
give
don't
it your
need money.
best. Yeah.
I saw, and I can't even convince myself. I can't even talk myself into it, Sean. We have the number 11 pick. We have the third easiest schedule next year by PFF, apparently, and the Super Bowl's in San Francisco. So if there was ever a year, one more year to try, like everyone says they're firing Shanahan, like the Super Bowl's in San Francisco next year, we're not firing Shanahan. But when that
What does that have to
inevitably,
do with anything?
I feel like we have to. If you fire Shanahan, you kind of you move off of a lot of people. I think. I feel like they're going to give it one more year for him to try and do what he can do with this team
And then just
before
rip
they
it down to the studs.
blow the whole thing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think you have to at least try for one more year. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys still have a talented roster.
And yeah, I
I've
would
never
love.
really stopped believing in the Niners. Their record to me doesn't make sense. I guess I get the injuries, but I don't know. I
We
feel like
lost
they're
a lot
still a
of one
really good
score
team.
games.
Yeah,
There's a lot
yeah,
of those. If the Chiefs win all their one score games, we lose all of ours. It's kind
yeah.
of just the
Sucks.
yeah, bad luck and not good
Hmm.
combination.
Hmm. Word. Let's go to the next game. I have
Game of
uh,
the week.
which one was that?
I have on here Carolina, Atlanta.
Yeah, what a fucking game. I'm kicking myself for not picking Carolina.
You like did you didn't pick them,
Yeah,
but like you said you liked it.
yeah.
No,
Falcons are just
I
terrible. Penix looked good.
yeah,
He made some good throws. Drake London is incredible.
Drake
Uh,
London's fucking insane,
they have
dude.
like the best skill positions outside the Lions. Like you could make that argument with Bijan, London, Kyle Pitts.
Even I don't even include that mofo. Just like throwing Darnell Mooney, bro.
Okay. um,
If amazing game by Michael Penix, 38
mhm.
points by the Falcons. I want you to guess Kyle Pitts' stat line.
I'm gonna say he had 3 catches for 14 yards.
2 catches for 15.
Oh damn, I was close. I had no idea.
3 targets.
3 times. Yeah, no, I think you were talking about when they put Penix in him unlocking Pitts. I think he's just bad, dude. I do.
Is it the Falcons or is it Kyle Pitts,
I think it's
bro?
Kyle Pitts. I mean,
Like, can we trade him to a new team and like
like
figure it
why
out?
how is Drake London having a game with 10 catches, 187 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and Pitts can't do anything? That doesn't
I
make
can't
sense.
name a Panthers linebacker in their franchise other than Keithley or Thomas Davis. Like, you can't tell me Kyle Pitts can't beat whoever the hell else they got out there.
You're telling
You know what I
me
mean?
you're not going to talk about my boy Josie Jewell, probably
I
a top
know.
a top 3 linebacker in the league right now?
I actually did not. I know that name, but I could
Yeah.
not have told you he was a Panther.
Yeah, he played for the Broncos for like probably 5, 6 years, was hurt for like two of them, and then we
I
let him
remember that
walk.
name.
Yeah. He was always good. I was really bummed that he left, but he
Are
wanted more
you
money.
like, is this like a Broncos fandom? You're saying he's a top three linebacker? I'm sure he's
Yes,
sick. Is
yes. No,
he
he's
okay?
he's good. He's serviceable, but he's no, he's not
Got
top
you.
three. Yeah.
You're making me feel bad for like not
No,
knowing
no,
like
no,
that he
no.
was having like a monstrous season
No, I
of
think he had a decent
shit.
year. His main issue with the Broncos, he just couldn't really stay healthy.
Fair, fair.
Let's see. Oh, he had a concussion. I don't even know if he played in that game, which is even less
Oh,
of an excuse for fucking Pitts.
sorry. Can you name any other ones currently on the Panthers?
No, I can't say. I can't say I can. No.
Yeah, no excuses for Kyle Pitts. I think he needs to go to a new team or else he's done.
Yeah, I mean, how many? Yeah, how does is he still on his rookie deal? How many years has he been in the league? Like four now.
He was in the same draft as Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. He was the
Okay.
fourth pick after those three.
He was so good in college, dude. I don't get it. And he had fucking Kyle Trask throwing to him.
Do you know who the fifth pick was? It went Trevor, Zach, Trey, Kyle Pitts. Who?
What year was that? 2018?
I
No,
think
that was like
19.
no, 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 no. That would have been
It's
like
is that
21.
20?
It would have been like 2021.
Yeah, they kind of merge, but I
Trev,
know this. I know that I know I'm right because it's who the Niners should have picked.
uh, I don't know who
Jamar.
really.
Jamar
Yeah,
went
that sounds
five.
right.
Panay Sewell went six, and
Wow,
Jalen Waddle went seven, and
wow.
Micah Parsons went 12.
Yeah, Sertan went 11 or 10
Yeah, yeah,
maybe.
like that
Yeah,
top 12 is
it's
unbelievable, and we took
loaded.
Trey fucking Lance, dude.
Yeah, it's loaded, dude.
Traded 3 years of first for the worst
For
pick
the
in the round
literally the no, not just the round, dude. That's
in
the
the
worst
draft,
pick in the entire draft.
in the
That might be the
entire
worst
draft
pick in a decade after all you
of
gave
all
up for
time,
him. Yeah.
of all time. But then I will argue that the following year we made the best pick in a decade.
Yeah, with the
I'm kind of
Mr.
out on him
Irrelevant.
now, but like,
You're out on Brock? What the fuck, dude?
no, I'm not out. I'm not out. I'm out on 60 mil though. I'm so out on 60 mil.
Yeah, that's
I'm in
fine.
on I'm in on Brock Purdy. If it's Brock Purdy for 30 mil, he's no different than Sam Darnold. And if Sam Darnold's going to take a pay cut to stay with the Vikings, Brock Purdy needs
Purdy's
to take a fucking pay
Purdy's
cut
gonna
to
take a
stay.
pay cut. Yeah, yeah.
Someone needs to get in his ear and tell him you can go get 50
Dude, but
on
like if
a
I'm
dog shit
him,
team.
if I'm him and I've been making last pick in the draft money my entire contract and I've taken my team to a Super Bowl, I'm not settling for less than the most I could possibly get.
I agree. I agree. It's a really weird situation, dude, because I think he could either go get 50, potentially 60 on a different team, but I I don't know. I if we keep him, I think that someone needs to get in his ear and tell him that like genuinely you could be a historic quarterback if you take a pay cut. Like
Would he though? Like how many more years is that window open
fair
before
enough.
everybody's either bad or gone? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
three.
I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I want to happen, but I don't want to give him 60 million a year.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're trying to avoid.
Are you cool if we cut and start a new meeting real quick?
Sure, man.
There we go.
So back. All right, let's move
Sorry
on.
about that. Yeah.
We were talking Panthers Falcons there, right?
Yeah, that was a great game.
Was
They both suck.
what do
I'd
you got
rather be a
next?
Panthers fan.
Oh, for sure.
Washington at Dallas.
Yeah, I never laid eyes on this game. I don't know about you.
I like I didn't I was actually working during this game, but I
Yeah,
went
me
back and
too.
watched a little because did you see the bad man that started?
Trey Lance.
Dude,
Yeah,
no fuck ups, I'm pretty
really?
sure.
Huh.
He didn't score a touchdown.
Dude, I saw some fuck shit about that. About
The Cooper Rush
yeah, how Jerry Jones just fucked Cooper Rush from making more
and
money.
how he didn't even know.
Yeah, that's horseshit, dude. Fuck Jerry
Yeah,
Jones.
shut up. Dude, if you don't know that, you shouldn't be the GM.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, if I'm well yeah, like that's why the GM needs to be separate from the fucking owner. Like Jerry Jones has done nothing in like 4 decades, like
And
almost.
he is older than my grandpa, and he's running a
Yeah.
football team right now.
I don't know,
And
dude. And he's so adamant about, no, I'm never stepping down. I'm doing this till I die. It's like if you're okay with having a losing football team until you die, go for it.
have
Like,
fun. This
yeah.
is
I saw an Instagram post about that. I went in the comments and they were all like, Eagles fan here. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. Keep it up. Commanders fan. Don't stop, Jerry. Never let him talk you down. Like,
Did you see the video of him at Lincoln Financial at in Philly?
oh yeah, with all the
He's like on
fans
the
like shitting
sideline.
on him.
Yeah. But I like he's smiling, bro. He's nodding. Like I think he's eating that shit up. Like I
He
think that
loves
he
it.
like I don't think he gets it.
I he's just ignorant and a terrible owner, worst GM. Uh, I don't
They're
know. I just think
bad.
he's
They
too.
almost
I think he's
won.
too all about Jerry Jones to actually be good at his job.
They haven't won a Super Bowl in a long time, and neither have the Niners. But it seems like they've had chances,
Yeah,
and I
Niners.
can't think of
Niners. It's
one
either
time.
NFC Championship or miss the playoffs. The when was the last time the Cowboys were in the fucking divisional round, or excuse me,
No,
the conference championship? Like,
I don't know, dude. I don't know, but I don't think Washington's getting there either because they didn't impress me whatsoever.
no, no. They were also using backups. I saw that Daniels got hurt, which sucks. That's why Mariota even
Really?
went in. Yeah, I saw Daniels hurt his throwing hand and had to get removed from the game, which I get playing
That
for
is not good.
seeding, but yeah, it's not good at all. If Daniels
So
doesn't
with
play, they're going to
that,
get destroyed.
did Jordan Love get benched, or I mean, not benched,
No,
or like
excuse me.
did he also get hurt?
So yeah, I was mistaken there. It wasn't Daniels that got hurt. It was Love, and that's why Willis was in the game.
Love got hurt.
Love got hurt, not
That's why
Daniels.
I was. I
Yeah,
didn't know about Jaden
yeah. No, I got confused
because
there.
I thought the Packers were fucking playing.
They were. They were just
I
playing
thought the
with Malik
Packers were like trying
Willis.
to win.
Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to avoid having to play fucking who's the 2 seed in the NFC? I don't even know.
The
Eagles?
Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because
Yeah,
it's Packers Eagles now. Uh but no, I don't know. I like I said, I didn't really watch this game. Don't have a ton of thoughts on it.
yeah. We can kind of not skip over it, but that
Yeah. We've talked
I don't
about it
know.
enough.
It kind of was what we thought was going to happen. Seven was a lot for a divisional game.
It was. It was. We're, what's the next one?
That we can just kind of go right into Chicago, Green Bay. We were talking
Okay.
about Jordan Love.
Yeah, yeah. Chicago. They own the Bear or they own
They
the Packers.
finally did it.
Yeah, it's about time. Uh,
I didn't think that kick was going in. I watched it live. I
me
didn't think it was
neither.
in.
Me neither. I kind of watched that one too, and I was with my buddies at work. It's like there's just no chance this goes in, but they did
And
it.
I
Good for the
still didn't think
Bears.
it was in. I thought it was short, and then
Yeah,
they put up their arms. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit.
yeah. I know it was cool. It's a good way, good high point to end the season on for the Bears.
For sure.
A
For
lot of
sure.
teams won this week that probably didn't want to. At least like their fan base didn't want them to, but that's one
Yeah,
of them.
that game, the Bears freaking won it. And the other one, the Saints, they were in that game against the Bucks the whole
The
freaking
whole
time.
time, dude. Looks like the Bucks just like they just didn't it didn't feel like they were playing for their lives. You know what I mean? It felt like they
No,
went out
no. And
there
they
and they were
were
just like, yeah, we'll
trying
win.
to get Mike
It's
Evans
cool.
90 yards.
Yeah. That was
Like,
yeah, they would have rather done that, it seemed, than win the game. But
yeah, like that's what it seemed like.
yeah, but they won, so good for them.
And they
Uh
got Mike Evans his fucking 89.
they
But
did. That they did.
uh,
He's one of the all-time greats, man. I like him. Uh,
I'm convinced that there's some sort of fix in because I saw someone bitching about it on like Friday on FanDuel, but they were saying they couldn't bet Mike Evans' alternate line like over 70 or over 60, even though it would have been minus 300. FanDuel wasn't even offering any line lower than 90 yards. And I
Really?
think they knew.
And they finished with
Like,
89. It makes
like
sense.
I
Like
just I don't know,
they made
man.
it very public that they were trying to get him that number, and they did. But I don't know.
They wouldn't let you just throw on your parlay Mike Evans 60 yards or Mike Evans 70 yards. It had to be at least minimum 90, and he didn't
They
hit
do that with a
anyone.
lot of random props, though. I don't know. At least leading up to the game, I feel like when I look at player props, I feel like I'm gonna love like where is it? It's just not even there because they know they're gonna lose money on it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna clap real quick. I don't know how it looks on your end, but like it is like really laggy and bad on my end.
Oh, really? It's fine on mine.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
like chilling on yours.
yeah. And mine's one recording, so I think it'll
It's
look fine.
it's weird. You have like red bars on mine, and like you're like lagging real hard on mine, but it's
See,
weird.
looks pretty fucking chill on mine. I don't know. Let me look at my Wi-Fi
You think we're
real
chill?
quick. Yeah, I think so. But we can start back up.
But I to you want to move to Jacksonville, Indy?
Yeah, yeah. Um, it was a
I
closer
didn't
game than I
watch a
thought.
snap, and we didn't give a preview.
Yeah, no, I also didn't watch Snap. Looking at the numbers right now, they gave it to JT 34 times. That's pretty cool. uh,
That feels like a punishment.
yeah, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Week 18, you're out of the playoffs. Here you go, 34 times.
Have fun. Go break a leg.
Yeah, literally make us not be able to pay you next year.
No, yeah. Kind of what
Um,
it seemed like.
yeah, this game didn't really matter. I don't really have much to say on it.
Yeah. Bye bye, Colts and
Bye. Yep.
Jags.
See y'all in fucking in Cancun.
Buffalo, no England.
Buffalo. Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Patriots worst loss or worst win of the year for sure. Uh
Yeah,
Overtook the
I
Giants winning last week as the worst loss or the worst win of the year. Um
yeah, they just keep one up on each other. The Raiders definitely had a real fucking bad one too. They
mhm.
beat the Jags.
Yeah,
They
that was
needed to lose
bad.
that one.
Um Joe Milton, though. My
Stud.
God. My God. Looking like Joe Milton of old before he
And
would shit the bed every day.
Drake didn't get hurt, right? He got like they just sat him.
Yeah, they just sat him. Yeah, he wasn't hurt.
So that I don't know. The whole Gerard Mayo thing is crazy, but
Yeah, I think I the only I've seen this around the sports social media world, but and I agree with it. The only explanation I can see as to why they would fire Mayo after one season, like the day of the game, basically, is that they know for a fact they're going to get Mike Vrabel, and they just know that you can't hire a coach if you have a coach. So let's get rid of this guy because Vrabel's been interviewing. Like he interviewed with the Jets. I think he interviewed with I forget at least on one other team. And
I
so they're
saw
saying, get the
Patriots.
fuck out, Mayo, so that way we can get Vrabel in here before somebody else gets it. I feel like that's pretty likely. He played for the Patriots. Like,
No, it makes total sense, but I also like I'm not fighting for Gerard Mayo. The situation is just weird. But if he was gonna bench Drake May after a fucking snap, they asked Joe Milton when he found out he was gonna be playing, and he said, when they told me, like right, like during the game.
when they told me,
Like if that was the game plan, Mayo, maybe prepare your rookie backup quarterback to play for the first time ever in his entire life.
yeah,
I don't know what the fuck that was,
it could have come from
but
over his head too. You never know. It could be Kraft.
fair,
Um,
fair.
I don't know. I think
Did
I
you
would
see
like,
Gronk talk about it?
dude. Yeah, how they had to cut him off and go to commercial because he was
Yeah,
about to start going in,
that was
dude.
pretty crazy.
He played with Mayo for years. I get it. That's his guy. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Vrabel's kind of, he's also an expat. Obviously, he has more coaching experience, but
yeah, and better.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
took the fucking
definitely,
Titans to an AFC championship.
definitely better.
um,
But yeah, Patriots fucked up here, and I think that the Bills kind of did it on purpose. Not,
mhm.
I mean, obviously they weren't trying, but
Yeah, yeah,
I think
it
they
was
were
a
trying
Mitch
extra
game.
hard to maybe
Yeah,
not give New England number one.
yeah, it could be. I don't know.
If they needed
I
a
still love
quarterback,
the
it's definitely
situation the
cooler.
Patriots
But
are in because they have what the fourth pick and they already have their guy at quarterback. Like,
for sure,
yeah,
they're going to get either Hunter or McMillan, and
yeah,
either is awesome.
either is
So
awesome. Yeah, exactly.
it's going to
I think I
be
saw a mock draft today. I think it was Bleacher Report, and I have Will Johnson, that Michigan
that.
corner, going there, which they
Yeah,
literally need help at every position other than quarterback. So like,
for sure,
they
for
can't
sure.
really make a bad pick at four. Like,
There's is it Will Campbell, the tackle
oh,
from LSU? There's like
yeah.
8 guys, Sean, that are like really fucking good,
Hmm.
non-quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they really can't make a bad pick.
I'm excited to see who falls to 11 because I think that there's just going to be a stud sitting in the Niners' lap, and hopefully we pick them. But
I'm always like, I don't know. I feel like in the NBA, if you're picking outside of like
the top
the top,
four,
yeah, top five, top seven,
it don't matter
you're getting a guy that has like a 50-50 chance of making like a difference for your team. Whereas in the NFL, like, I expect my third round picks to be playing every week. Like, you
for sure,
know what
for
I mean?
sure. It's also weird though, like Giannis was the 15th pick, and obviously Jokic. Like I wouldn't say like those are obviously two very, very rare, but those are also like the two best players in the world. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, like
Yeah. It's just, you
I don't
never
know.
know how a guy's going
The
to
NBA
develop, I
draft is
guess.
weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been turned off by the NBA a lot over the last few years. Just,
I had to.
it's become a boring brand of basketball. And I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing coaches be really good and then get fired for seemingly no reason. It happens every
For
year.
because their
Like,
players shot too many threes. Like
I guess, yeah, like
I don't
Dwayne
even
Casey won Coach of the Year
coach
for
of
the
the year.
Raptors, fired next year. Mike Brown for the Kings won Coach of the Year last year. Didn't even give him like half the season, fired. Like, I don't
Like
know. It really turns me off on it.
yeah, no, I don't understand it. And I was watching, I think it was like Lakers Hawks the other night with my grandpa, and he was like, "Yeah, like WNBA, like they never make any money. Like, what if Caitlin Clark like just went and made more money or like played better basketball like overseas, like in Europe?" And I was like, "Oh, in Europe they'd like kick her ass, like she'd die, like they're big and mean. But like put her in the NBA, she could shoot threes all night with these clowns.
Yeah.
Like I, it,
Yeah. I think she'd be actually a pretty decent NBA player. I think her
she'd
style fits.
she'd probably be insane.
Yeah.
Like."
Yeah.
She'd walk up and down the floor, wouldn't have to play defense, and would jack up threes at a really high rate.
Yep.
Like
I think you're right.
I think Caitlin Clark should be like a top 5 pick in the draft if she was in it. Like,
Hmm. Hmm. But
and I'm not being funny. Like, there's
yeah.
no physicality.
Yeah. I agree. Well, it's because that's how they've changed the rules. So you just can't play defense, can't do anything.
Yeah,
Like, and even then, it feels like that should benefit the offense. The offenses should be getting to the hole more or trying to draw fouls more. But all every team does now is shoot threes. It's I don't
I
know.
know.
It's
And
pretty
I saw
boring.
they're thinking about getting rid of like the corner one, but I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what that's going to change.
I mean, it's the shortest 3-pointer you can possibly shoot. I guess I see it, but
No, I understand it too, but it's just people will just shoot more from straight away.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, it's just nobody's going to shoot from the corner anymore. Like, there's going to be
no,
no
yeah,
corner twos shot ever.
that won't be a
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
But
Anyways,
we can get back to
so yeah, the Patriots are yeah, I like the position they're in going forward. Just I guess I shouldn't say I like it just yet. Depends on the coach they hire, but
and the pick, but they're in a
and the
good
pick.
spot to get two good people in those
Yeah,
positions.
yeah, exactly. Right on. What's the next
Let's
game?
move. I want to skip Giants Philly. I know it was the only pick I hit, but I don't give a shit
All
about
right.
it, and I
Well,
didn't watch it.
the Giants played the Philadelphia Eagles in football. That would be the recap.
And they lost.
And they lost. Yes.
Let's go New Orleans at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we kind of touched on this earlier, but like, I don't know. The Tampa Bay just looked sorry. I had a lot of I've kind of been talking them up the last few weeks, and I like him. I like Baker a lot, but like, I don't know. was very uninspiring.
I agree. I think that it's kind of the perfect playoff matchup. I think that Sunday Night Football is
Minnesota.
a battle of the sorries. No,
Yeah.
it's they get Washington,
Who's Minnesota get then?
the Rams on Monday night.
That's right. Yeah, on Monday night.
But
Wow. Oh yeah, because the
that
Bucks beat the Rams this year. That's right.
the
Yeah.
Washington Tampa Bay game, I Bucks will be favored, I bet, because they'll be at home. But that spread will be like two, maybe one, and
Yeah.
it could go either way. Both teams could lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a good game. I hope Washington wins. I
I do
think.
too. I don't know. I like both, honestly. I'm going to be
Yeah, I mean,
upset with whoever loses.
I don't hate the Bucks. I just like the story of Washington a lot.
For
Um,
sure. I love Baker too. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I just think maybe not everybody thought the Bucks would win this division, but everybody thought they had a much higher chance than the Commanders even making the
Commanders, for
playoffs at
sure.
all. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. For sure.
But yeah, don't have much else to say there.
Definitely skip Tennessee, Houston.
Yep. Bye bye. Have fun.
Um,
See you next year.
Niners showed out this week. They
They
did
did.
exactly what I wanted them to do.
They did. Did they?
47 points to the Cardinals is pretty insane, though.
Yeah, they went fucking crazy. They were yeah, I don't know. It felt like they played good this year, but then been stumbling, and this was just kind of their like last game of the year. Fuck it. Let's just go as hard as we possibly can.
I think the Niners have gotten real comfortable being a punching bag, and
They really
it,
have.
yeah, I I don't know. This is what I wanted to happen. I did not think the Cardinals could score 47 points in a game,
Yeah,
much less against us.
that was sick. Dobbs looked good
Jake
though.
Moody missed. That was sick.
Yeah.
He made a 51 yarder and missed a 40 yarder. So shout out Jake Moody. Yeah, I don't know. Dobbs did look sick. Jennings got hurt. Ricky P looked sick. Did you
Pearson
see
had
his
another good game, man.
touchdown
Uh-uh.
celebration?
Oh yeah, where he got
Yeah.
shot. It's like,
Yeah.
and then he like fucking
Love that. Go
yeah,
Rick.
yeah, not pretty sweet, man. Um,
Yeah, we get the 11 pick, and I think it's going to be. I want either Kelvin Banks out of Texas, the tackle, or Ashton Genty, and we don't need
on
him at
Ashton
all.
Genty.
But I just think that would be so much fun, and I don't care if we lose every game. If we have Ashton Genty playing next year on our team, I feel like that'd be sick.
Yeah, no, he'd be sick on any team. I think
Yeah, I want it to be my team.
the Browns are gonna pick him at like two. That's what's gonna
Watch it happen, bro. There's
happen.
every it's
I think
usually
it's
a
a
quarterback.
non-zero chance that happens.
No, yeah, no one is talking about him being a top five pick, but like what happens when just I don't know the
If anybody
Patriots
were
do it
gonna
at
do it,
four.
it would be the Cleveland Browns.
Facts. Like
Like, oh, we
also,
lost Chubb, got to replace him.
dude, Vrabel, Derrick Henry, you know how he runs an offense. Like, what if he got in the building and told New England at number four that's what he wanted to do?
I don't think they would let him in the building.
Probably,
If that
probably.
was like a deal breaker, they'd be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, probably not.
If it's not a deal breaker, they'd be like, ha ha ha,
And I have no
funny
idea what
guy.
he's thinking. Obviously, Derrick Henry's like the exception at running back, but Genty might be too. Like
Gente looks
eh,
awesome.
from what we've seen.
Yeah. I'm just worried that he's going to get hurt, man. He's gotten so much volume, at least this year. I've never even really heard of him before this year, so I can't speak on the rest of his career.
Yeah,
But he
fair.
got so much volume.
He really did. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that too, but I don't know. I'm just excited to see it. I hope that he goes to a team that I don't not like. That's all I want.
Yeah.
But let's move on to just this absolute dumpster fire Kansas City got cooking over there. I think they're in trouble, Sean.
One sec. Be right back.
But
Hey, what were you saying?
I think the Chiefs are in trouble, Sean.
Uh,
Donut is real bad for morale.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all real upset about it.
You're telling me they're gonna go in to this playoff game in 2 more weeks, thinking, "Damn, we haven't scored a point this year."
They're so stupid.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm
I mean,
genuinely
I obviously
shocked.
I didn't think it was going to be a blowout like that. I picked Chiefs plus 10.5.
I didn't think the Broncos could score 38 on that defense, and I didn't think that the Chiefs could score zero on any
Yeah, I
team.
mean, they sat Chris Jones and McDuffie, Tranquil. They sat like
Their
their
defense.
five like best guys, but
Fair, fair. Bolton.
Bolton, yeah, no man, we're we're so fucking backlogged. We are in the
Andy
play.
Reid might have taken a week off. I don't know. That I just
It was a poor performance, but
that's a crazy score to look at
I don't
with
give a
those two
fuck,
teams.
dude. I don't give a fuck. Anybody can tell me that that's oh you didn't play any starters. That's a I don't give a fuck, dude. We're in the playoff. Like, go fuck yourself.
I love it, dude. Do you
Dude,
know the line?
I've been through so much pain and suffering being a Denver Broncos fan for the last 8 years, 9 years. Like, I haven't seen a Broncos playoff game since I was like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
We've been so
It's
bad. Like, we've been laughably bad, like, for
yeah,
almost a decade. And then just second year with Sean Payton. Sean Payton's 2-2 against the Chiefs. Should be 3-1 if that fucking field goal block doesn't happen.
field goal. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just happy none of it mattered. I wish you guys didn't have to play Buffalo, but I'm happy
dude,
you guys got in.
I don't give a fuck. Like all of the pressure is on Buffalo here, dude. Like
No,
they
and I know all we've talked about is like the Broncos can't beat them this week. Fuck all of
I
that.
think
Like,
dude, we could. I,
absolutely.
spread's 8.5, which I honestly thought it was gonna be like 13, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know, we're playing on house money, dude. We already won our Super Bowl for this year. Nobody
That
gives a
and
fuck if we lose, but the Bills, dude, they have all the pressure on them playing at
they
home.
have to win. They have to win. I no, yeah. It's a good time to be a Broncos fan. I love it.
It's oh, dude, it's just one of the guys I work with is also a Broncos fan. He's from Denver. And I walked into work today and he just looked at me and put his hands up and he was like, Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
That's awesome,
That
dude.
was oh, I'm never gonna forget that, dude. That's it's literally like it feels like we just won the Super Bowl.
It's a great way to get in too.
That's how
Like
shitty my team is. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like we went up 21 zip quick. I was like, holy shit, dude. We might actually do this. Like I
no,
haven't
and it's the
convinced
Chiefs,
myself
bro.
against the
Like
Chiefs. Yeah, 38 fucking nothing, bro. I don't give up.
that. I was hyped for you, dude. I once it happened so fast. Like
Yeah.
I was scared, and then holy shit.
We scored a touchdown and like got the ball first and scored in like 2.5, 3 minutes. I was like, oh, this is how it's gonna be, huh? Like
Like okay, heck yeah.
you didn't really want to get in. But yeah, dude, Bo Nix, rookie year, just get I
Jaden's gonna win Rookie of the Year, right? I haven't looked at the odds recently.
um if it's not Jaden, it's gonna be Bowers, but uh
Yeah,
it's not gonna
I
be
mean,
Nix. Yeah,
the
this
Raiders. I don't. We don't have to move into it yet, but the Raiders just pissed me off, man. Brock Bowers needed like 7 catches to break the all-time rookie receiving record this week. Guess how many he had?
I thought he did break it. I saw he did. He broke Puka's from last year.
Um, it
Are you
might
talking
be a
about
different
this?
record I'm talking about.
Oh,
I saw that he needed like 7 catches for something, and he got 7 catches in like 8 games this year, so it was totally doable.
huh. Maybe I
I
was just thinking yards, but
I
I
don't
know
know
he
the.
broke
I
one of
thought
them.
that it was the like total rookie receptions,
No, because
but
I
you're saying
thought
he already
so. I
passed
thought I
Puka?
saw that Neighbors broke the record, like in the morning window, and then Bowers broke Neighbors' record from earlier that day for catches.
It's week 18 so hard because everyone just breaks 37 fucking records. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
actually know.
yeah.
But I saw before the week started, I made a bet on it because of it, that Brock Bowers needed 7 fucking catches to break XXX receiving record. I don't know. And he got like 4 targets or 5 targets for like 2 catches for like 20 yards. And
Who was
Michael
playing
Meyer got
quarterback?
like 6 targets.
O'Connell?
Yeah, it was O'Connell, who's kind of been coming around.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Huh.
Raiders just pissed me off. Chargers are a good team, so I guess I can understand it. But
Yeah, they were playing fully too. They weren't resting anybody. So
yeah, yeah,
um, yeah, no, Raiders got a lot of work to do before they can be good again. Um,
they need a quarterback, and they have like the eighth freaking pick. So
yeah,
I
they're
don't know how
not they're
that's gonna
not in a
happen.
position to get one unless they trade up. And I don't know if they have the assets to trade up unless you give away like Crosby.
I saw this Stay Hot clip, and
Hmm.
Matt, he's like, he totally leads it up to be like he's about to hype up the Raiders like crazy. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, dude, like if you drop Sam Darnold on this current Raiders team, they fucking suck. And he would be ass. Like,
He would be ass. Yeah. Yeah. I
but
I
I
think
got
he's
me
probably
thinking,
right
like,
about that.
maybe they just need to sign Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins, or I don't think they can get Shador or Cam, and Milrose a reach at 8. So
Well, O'Connell's shown something for you. Like
facts.
they're not in a position where they're like a quarterback away. So you might as
No,
well
no,
just build it up
definitely
for
not.
another year until you
Get a
are.
line, get a defense.
Yeah, yeah. Make it so when you do get a quarterback, it's actually fun there.
I agree. We don't need to talk about that game too much. Chargers are sweet. They're gonna kick the shit out of Houston.
I think they should, yeah. Harbaugh's
I don't know what the line
Harbaugh's
is, but
him.
I already love it. I'm gonna bet on it.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
shocked if the Chargers were favored. Let me see. That game's on
I bet you
Saturday,
they
right?
are.
Yeah, Chargers -3 in Houston.
I'd give me it all day, dude.
Yeah.
I think they could seriously win by like 15 to 20. Like
Yeah, I can see it too, man. They're a wagon right now.
their offense is better, their defense is better, and the Texans just can't do shit.
Mhm.
But what if, hear me out, they signed Deontay Johnson. Did he play a snap this week?
Who did?
The Texans.
Did they? I didn't even see they did.
They picked him up off waivers. Um, he got 2 catches for 12 yards. What if just out of nowhere, like no one even knows he's on that team, dude? But what if he just catches like 3 touchdowns in the wild
Yeah,
card game or something like that? Like that'd be so cool.
just the ultimate resurgence.
He was kind of sick with the Panthers in the beginning of this
Yeah,
season. Like
dude,
he
no,
was a
like
wide receiver one.
if you gave current Bryce Young Deontay Johnson, he'd be awesome. He just had
Yeah,
bad
dude.
Bryce Young.
He had bad Bryce Young, and then Andy Dalton made him sick.
Hmm.
Like, and then he
Hmm.
refused to play for Baltimore. I don't know. No one knows he's on the Texans right now. Oh, he could kind of ball out
Yeah, I mean, he'll have the opportunity to. He's probably their second best wide receiver now that Dell's out
for
and
sure.
Diggs is
They
out.
did it immediately after Dell like happened. After
Yeah,
that game, they signed
yeah.
him, but it was kind of swept under the rug because fuck the Texans, they're bad.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm totally grasping at straws, but that'd be kind of funny. I
That would
just
be
feel like
cool. That'd be
no
cool.
one's thinking about him whatsoever, and he could totally be a difference
It's
maker.
possible, yeah. He has the talent. I don't know, dude. He was good on Pittsburgh for several
I mean,
years.
he was good
He was like
in
their best receiver.
2024 this season on
Yeah.
the Panthers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if I went to his fantasy guy or whatever, Sean, like, I'm pretty sure he was like a top 20 wide receiver in the first 6 games.
Yeah. No, he was solid. He was solid. He was like the only fantasy relevant player on that team.
Yeah, Chuba wasn't a thing yet, or at
Nope.
least he was kind of having good games, but like his
He was
projection was
starting to
like
break out.
9.
Yeah. Thielen wasn't as good as he's playing now.
No, no.
Yeah. I don't know. What's next game? We'll just say we covered the Broncos. We'll say we covered the Chargers, Raiders, and we'll say we covered Houston.
Yeah.
What else?
We got 3 left. You wanna save the other 3 for tonight?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Is that I feel like we should, like, if we just leave like 1 or 2, I don't know. I feel like we should give us a
We
little
might as
bit
well
more.
just do it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What are they exactly? We got Jets,
It's Seahawks
Dolphins,
Rams,
Seahawks,
which
Rams,
sucks.
and
And
then Vikings, Lions.
yeah, Vikings Lions mostly is what we should talk about, even though the game was trash.
Yeah. All right, we will fucking pick this up after dinner.
I
What are
love
you
it.
having for dinner?
I am making baked potatoes.
Ooh, that sounds
I'm
fire.
really excited.
Yeah, I love baked potatoes.
Very excited, but
Yeah,
they take forever.
yeah,
So,
yeah. You twice bake them?
no, but that's not a bad idea. I've done that before.
That's how my
I
mom
just,
always did it. She would like bake it and then like pull it out, cut it up, put all the shit in there, and
uh-huh,
bake it
get
again.
all the, oh, dude, that sounds amazing. I've had those before, like done
Yeah,
really well, and they're amazing.
yeah, dude.
I haven't done that
Never
for
attempted it.
myself. I totally should
You
though.
should. It's good. It's
It
good.
doesn't seem like that's something you can really fuck up either.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, are you gonna overcook it? Like,
yeah,
turn them
I
into
don't, it's a
French
potato.
fries?
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
pick it up
dope.
later.
I like it.
Yes. Three left. Do you want to talk about Dolphins Jets or Seahawks Rams first while we wait for our resident Lions expert?
But neither,
Yeah.
but let's talk about Perk Rogers and how it may be the
Parker
end.
Rogers, ayahuasca Rogers,
Ayahuasca.
little Aaron ayahuasca.
It's so weird because, like, I don't know if I don't think he'll have like his own podcast or anything, and I don't think he'll be like Tom Brady in
Oh, he
media.
will. He's definitely gonna have his own podcast for sure.
He said on McAfee though that he's gonna like you're never gonna hear from him again, and I just like I don't believe that.
Yeah, fucking right, dude. No way.
But no, yeah, he loves Aaron
He
too
loves
much.
he loves when people talk about Aaron, dude. He's
Yeah.
gonna go on Rogan like once a month when he retires.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Probably we do Jeopardy like once a week too. I don't know. We'll figure something
Yeah,
out.
he can finally pursue that dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, Jets won pretty convincingly. I realize the Dolphins actually had the tiebreaker over the Bengals. So if the Dolphins won that game and the Broncos lost, the Dolphins would have got in. And we just totally
Uh-huh.
skipped over that in the last episode in the preview. I was
We
just like,
did
whatever. But
because of no Tua, but like it's
that
still
was
the
a big
damn
part of it.
Jets. Like they could have won the game for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. No, Jets played good. Rodgers actually looked pretty good. I
Um,
didn't watch a ton of this game, but from what I saw, Rodgers looked pretty good.
I saw some highlights, and I also saw that for the first time all season, Devon Achane looked fast as a running back. Like
Hmm.
he can catch passes all day. He's
Hmm.
one of the best in the league at it, but he looked like a running back yesterday, which
Yeah,
was
he looked like
crazy.
rookie A chain when he averaged
Yeah,
8 yards a carry.
literally, it might have even been more.
Yeah, I'm seeing he had 11 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown. So it was over 10 yards a carry.
He had like a 50-yard touchdown too, and like broke
I
away.
saw
And I
that
haven't
one.
seen that yet
Yeah, I
from
saw
him.
that
Well,
highlight
since
today.
last year.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just don't know what the Dolphins do. Tua is so fragile. You have to get if you're gonna keep rolling the dice with Tua, you have to at least get like the best backup in the league because you know Tua's not gonna play every game for you, basically. And there's a
I
chance
agree.
that he's one big hit away from like never playing again. Like
Why didn't they sign Jameis or even, I mean, Sam Darnold was given a shit ton of money to be a
to be a
backup.
backup, yeah, dude, the
Like,
Dolphins easily could have gotten Darnold. Yeah.
like, what? I don't know, man.
And they
And probably
decided they
wouldn't
were gonna
be
roll
as
with fucking Skylar Thompson
good. Snoop
and
Huntley.
Snoop Huntley. Yeah.
We're just all cool with him changing his name to Snoop out of nowhere. Like he was Tyler as a Pro Bowler. I don't know
Or I don't
how
know.
he just got to acquire Snoop in the
I think
past
it
year
was
and a half,
always his
but
nickname. On
maybe
on C
so.
on CBS Sports, it still says T Huntley, so they're holding it
It
down.
does.
Yeah,
Tyler. We're going government names over here.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah. No, I think the Dolphins. I don't know what to make of the Dolphins really, especially if Tyreek leaves. Uh,
Yeah, I think
it
that
is
they
nice to see McDaniel like I don't know. He's the guy over the last few years that everyone said like, oh yeah, he has a good record, but he hasn't had to do anything. He just has the most explosive offense. Like he couldn't do anything if he didn't have these guys. And this year he had turbulent year where he didn't have Tua most of the year and didn't have Tyreek, or Tyreek was bad. And I mean, still had him in position to make the playoffs. So I mean, hats off to him. He
It's
kind of
weird. Like
persevered through a tough year.
in my head, the Dolphins were eliminated a month ago, but I guess it took up until the last fucking minute.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in my head, that McDaniel was on his way out. Like, and I still think he very well might could be, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what the Dolphins are going to do. I think their
I
team could
doubt
look
it.
very different next year, though.
Yeah, they could rip it all down.
Hmm.
I could see it. I wouldn't though. I think McDaniel's a pretty good coach. It seems
I do too.
he's a player's coach.
I just don't know if he's a better offensive coordinator and should go do that again. And
Hmm.
it's hard to like.
Back to
He
the
couldn't
Niners.
hire a head coach and then be the OC for the Dolphins, though. Like
Definitely
that,
not.
it wouldn't work like that.
No, certainly not. Um, yeah, Jets suck.
Jets do suck. They are a I don't even know what you want to call them, just a traveling sad circus. Like
Hmm.
just come watch this fossil. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. But hey, Aaron threw his 500th touchdown pass. So yippee.
Did you see Skip Bayless his tweet?
About Aaron
Yeah, his last tweet before all of that
before the
broke
thing.
was that Aaron Rodgers only needs like 149 more touchdowns to pass Tom Brady or something like that. And all the comments, you should go look at the replies. But it's like AI Skip Bayless and Diddy, or AI Skip Bayless and you name it. Like it ain't good, but it's funny.
Yeah, dude, this they'll ever there's a bunch of bullshit going on at Fox right now. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Have you heard the
and
stuff about Joey
apparently,
Taylor?
yeah, dude, and
Yeah,
apparently
dude.
Colin Cowherd's the only one with fucking only good dude.
King, King
E-
Colin.
Everyone's saying like Colin Cowherd deserves his flowers, and all the replies are like for being a normal human being,
Yeah, for just
like
being a dude,
for
for not
not
being a
being a
weirdo.
disgusting like.
Yeah. Hey man, hats off to him if
Yeah,
he's the only one in that fucking building apparently that's not being a weirdo.
facts,
Good for
facts.
him.
Oh
Uh, yeah,
God, dude.
pretty hilarious stuff coming out of
The
there.
Emmanuel,
So,
the Emmanuel Acha
yeah,
stuff is
yeah.
hilarious,
Oh my
dude.
God, yeah.
Here we go. Let me show you. Or I guess I can't really. Let me just send you this tweet. He tweeted out,
I'll cut it and put it in the episode so that way the
I
viewers
like
can
it.
see it. Let's
Now
see.
Aaron's only 149
This is the
touchdown pass
tweet.
behind Tom. But look at the
You got bigger
top
fish to
reply.
fry. Now Skip
The
Bayless on
king,
his next
the King's Court will decide soon.
fucking
Have you seen that
LeBron.
one?
Yeah, I just saw that one. 1.5 million for the coochie skip. Fucking come on, son. I
I
wouldn't
like the
tweet
King's
today.
Court.
I wouldn't tweet today. Says they finna drag
Oh,
you.
but
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Yeah,
Skip
these are
couldn't
great.
get Skip couldn't get it, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome.
There are some other replies that are saying, like, damn, he only offered me $20. Oh,
Oh my God, that is too good.
you want to talk about the loser Seahawks versus the shitty Rams?
Sure. Your boy Jimmy. Got to watch him take an L.
Yeah, Jimmy, it was a pleasure, honestly.
Yeah,
Fuck
I bet.
Jimmy.
I bet.
Yeah, no, I saw that he was starting and I got a little excited.
He put up, excuse me, he put up 334 yards. Fucking
Yeah,
hooped.
Jimmy kind of had a night
Hmm.
relative.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good for what? It's been 2 years since
backup
he's
quarterback.
played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's going to take a shot on him next year. He's going to go back to the Raiders.
What is that line you think? That's the only one I don't know is Rams Vikings.
Bet you it's Vikings minus like 4.5.
Vikings -1
Really? Wow.
in LA.
I feel like the Rams don't have that big of a home field advantage, though.
Yeah, they definitely don't, but it's
Especially
also
Vikings
not like
fans are very well-traveled fans. I feel like they show up in a lot of away games.
very true. Very true. I don't know. The Rams, I would not be too in on. What's up,
Yo,
Hen?
What's up, boys? Y'all
what's
already
up?
got started or what?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. We were
sir.
just
How are
getting
you?
on.
What's that?
No, how are you?
Oh, good. How you guys doing? It's been a while, huh?
It has been a while. How's your
Great.
head
Talking some
holding?
ball.
Yeah, you talking some ball? I heard there's some crazy ball knowledge. This is like the ball knowledge podcast.
This is the Fall
I've
Knowledge
It's
gathered.
up
Podcast.
there. It's up
It's
there.
up there. Yeah. No, I love it. I love what y'all are doing. It's awesome. It's an honor to be on you.
It's an honor to have you.
We'll
Jake,
call
I
you
gotta
our
show
first real guest because we
you.
had Braden on, but it was a little funky.
It was.
Why what was Braden beefed about?
There was
Uh,
no beef.
he just sat next to Sean. It wasn't
Yeah.
like his own screen, and like we didn't really talk to him. It was kind of bad on our part.
Yeah.
I want to
But
show you first, Jake. I saw you at the Lions game, right? Let's see if you can see it at all.
Oh
me,
shit. Yeah, that
oh
looks like you.
dude,
That looks like you and
Literally,
Davis.
it was. I was trying to get a picture with them. It literally looked just like you. So I thought that was funny.
yeah, he kind of did. Did you see Barry Sanders?
Yeah, I did. Should I take you through my Lions game experience?
Yes, let's go
Yeah,
through it.
yeah.
I want to hear
Walk
that.
me through.
So I go to as many sports games as I can. Right, I'm right here in Detroit, basically. And what I'll do is I'll get in as cheap as I can. I'll buy the cheapest ticket, and then I'll like StubHub and Ticketmaster will say seats that aren't purchased yet, so you can see the exact
Uh-huh.
seat. And so I'll use like an app like InShot and I'll forge a ticket, but it doesn't really matter because they never really check. If you're just confident, go sit there. And so I end up, row 5 or whatever. I'm in like the absolute nosebleeds and I get one for row 5. I go down there and like right before kickoff, I see that ticket was bought. So I move back like 10 rows. And my luck is crazy. The whole game I'm sitting there, literally 12th row on the 24-yard line or whatever. Whole game
Oh
I'm
my
there.
God,
You know what I
bro.
mean? It's kind of cool because I got some diehard Vikings fans to my right and then a bunch of Lions fans to my left. So I'm getting like the best of both worlds. And they're kind of chirping a lot. And I don't know. Normally the Lions fan base is pretty good. I think all fan bases you could, if you want, define by like a handful of individuals that are just like mean and nasty. And there's a couple of guys like going
For
crazy. So
sure.
For sure.
it's kind of funny in that regards. But yeah, no, there was Barry Sanders there and Calvin Johnson. And
They brought all out the big guns.
yeah, and then our boy Quinn XCII, he performed at halftime.
I
The
did
boy.
see that.
They played Eminem, and we all thought he was going to come out, but then they just showed him and Haley from the stands. But no, it was a dream game. I mean, I wasn't as confident as maybe I would have been if I knew it was going to go that well. But we're a little banged up on defense, but they held together, and I mean, we got lucky. I mean, I don't know if you guys obviously watched how many open throws they had to Justin Jefferson that like Donald was just a
Just
little
didn't.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he had like 8 targets in the end zone, and I don't know. None of them worked.
2 of them, like I think they're touchdowns like 9 out of 10 times, and somehow they didn't go through. So
The
I mean,
one he
got
dropped
lucky.
one, and then there was one that was like barely over his head when he like cooked the dude.
Yeah, he had a lot of high
Oh,
Oh.
balls, it seemed. That seemed to be his miss last night, as he was throwing it high a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah. And it was weird because I think the Lions only had 2 sacks, but we were in Darnold's face a fair amount. Like for how banged up our line was, we were getting enough pressure that he was thinking about. And I think maybe he was just trying to get him off too early and he was on his back foot. Those were a little high. So we got lucky it didn't click for them. And then, Jameer Gibbs is Jameer Gibbs. That's all that needs to be said there. Is he going to be
Jameer's
running back
insane.
1 in fantasy next year? Like, is he going to be the number 1 overall pick?
I would say
Montgomery's still banged up.
I think
Like,
so, yes, but like I mean, even with Monty, bro, like I don't know. Do you just have to draft both and just be okay with like
your first and third round pick, both Lions running back.
Dude, I mean, I don't
the
think
thing
he'd be in
about
that bad of a position.
Monty? I feel like Monty does this every year where he's like literally like RB 15, but then draft season rolls around next year and he'll be regarded as like RB 25. Like
Yeah.
he'll be in like a 7th round or something just because no one remembers.
I remember that. Like I drafted him when he was on the Bears, and he kind of
Yeah, he's always late, I feel like.
yeah. But how'd you guys end up doing in your fantasy leagues? You pull through, win any of them?
Sean freaking won.
I was in 4 and 1 2. It was a pretty good
Oh
year.
my, that's some numbers.
It was a
Hall
good
of Fame.
year. Yeah, it was a good year.
I was in 3 and 1-1.
I beat Lop's girlfriend in both of the championships and the ones I
No
won, so that
way.
felt good. That felt
That's
really good.
hilarious. Yeah. Wow. Well
Shout
done,
out
both.
plot.
Yeah, very tough looks. Sean had a good team.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
I went.
solid.
I think I went running back, running back, running back. My first 3 picks, and I got like Kyron, A Chain, and Aaron Jones.
I love that.
I
That's
I also I feel like we skipped over like your ticketing thing a little bit too
Yeah, no, I don't
fast.
know if you want to be airing that out. This is going on YouTube.
no, it's
But
perfect.
I was just
Perfect.
thinking, like, I think there is a world where in like 5 years, this little clip of our podcast is in like the Netflix special for Chiefsaholic 2.0.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'll take you through it even more. It wasn't like my senior thesis paper, but it was this one class I had a thesis paper for, and it's supposed to do like a moral dilemma you're going through. And I wrote a 20-page paper on this exact thing. And even my teacher, I mean, the final product was basically I'm not hurting anyone. And if it's a home game, it's more important because my effects on the fans and the team will actually be better. Because, I was obviously yelling, all that for the Vikings.
Yeah, you're
So
better.
For
You're
sure.
better served there.
And so, yeah, exactly. Like the team would actually appreciate it more. And as soon as I see the tickets sold, someone's going to sit there. I'm
You're
out. Like I'm
gone.
not going to disrupt anybody down there. So
No,
I wrote a
you're
whole
not
paper
stealing from anyone, and
Well,
I guess
you kind of
maybe
are.
the Lions, but they would probably, they'd probably be chill with it.
team
Like,
would, in theory, appreciate it because I had like I had a 0.01% more of an effect on Sam Donald or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
dude. It's that
that
you
was
little
might
a
have,
but
that was
I mean,
you
that's
might have, dude.
50,000 fans all doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be one of them. So I was
Sure,
right
man.
there. Man.
No, that was
No,
awesome.
that's so sick, dude.
I want to address Lions fans as a whole here. Lot posted a clip from our last pod on TikTok, and we got somehow it found Lions TikTok, and the fans were in the comments just hating on us, dude. Hating on us. I was basically just saying that I disagreed with Dan Campbell's decision to play everybody against the Niners.
Dude,
When
why did we have Amon Ra out there running slants?
thank you,
Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer
As the Lions,
Gibbs,
well, do
Goff
you
the
guys
whole
remember
time.
last year we didn't really need to beat who was week 17 because we beat the Cowboys. We didn't really need to win the last one, and he played everyone. And I don't know if it was Anzalone or someone. One of our good guys got hurt.
Got hurt.
It was like Glasnow was one of our linemen. But someone got hurt, and then everyone's like, "What a dumbass! Why is he doing that?" So literally, if that happened against the Niners, it would have been the same thing. He's just
Exactly.
It was
exactly.
It was a little too much.
It was just funny though because like we weren't even like talking shit about the Lions or like anything. Like, we were just saying that like we wouldn't have done that if we were the Lions. And all the comments were like, "Listen to a press conference, you fucking idiots!" Like,
well, it's like I saw the press conference. I just don't agree with it. Like,
no, yeah.
Versus Dan Campbell. I mean, you got this guy playing Madden, but he's out there coaching real life.
See, yeah, it's very on brand. I don't know if I'd expect him to do anything else, but I just want to be on the record that I don't hate the Lions.
Honestly,
I actually really like the Lions.
Last year, that was heartbreaking. I know Jake loved it, but
that was my favorite Niners game of all time, and it was so lucky. Like, I don't even.
Dude, was it? I'm still trying to figure out if it was more of a choke from the Lions or a comeback from the Niners. Because I think I'm going to make a sports video on it at some point. But it was like
you definitely should. Do you remember that Brandon Ayuk like that catch like off the dude's helmet or something? Like,
yeah, it's ringing a bell. I would definitely recognize it if I saw it again. I just
stupid.
Want memory. It was, dude, we choked hard. I just remember we had 4th and 10. If we kick a field goal, like it was late 3rd or early 4th.
Dan Campbell did go for it on 4th like twice or one time where it like I don't want to say ended the game, but it was like the end of the game. Like
one time was just like a little out of line. The other one was fine. I think that's an important thing of why our team's so good this year is because they know once we're past like the 30-yard line on our own, we got 4 downs to get the first down.
Very true.
A nice back pocket, just get as many yards as we can. We'll get there. So
yeah.
He blew my mind last night when there was 5 minutes left in the game. It's 4th and 3, And instead of kicking a 35-yard field goal to go up 19, 3 scores, he decided to go for it, which like it literally
Yeah.
gains you nothing. And then the Vikings jump off sides.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Like,
great.
The shit, man.
I didn't
He's the
understand
best. He's the best.
it.
That's so Dan
Oh,
Campbell.
awesome. Yeah.
And one of the comments on our TikTok said Dan Campbell will never forget being 0-16. It's like that's exactly
Yep.
how he coaches. Like he just went 0-16 last year. Like every play.
Amazing. Yeah, we're after their kneecaps every
I
play.
do think
Yeah, they're
though,
getting kneecaps.
Yeah.
Henry, like if last week you guys were playing the Jaguars or the Panthers or some shit, like they wouldn't have been out there.
No, they'd be out, yeah, for the second half. Because what were we up at halftime? Was it? It wasn't like we still had to play them
The
the third
Niners were up, I believe.
That was a good
at
game.
half. Yeah.
I think that the Niners were up, and it pissed me off because actually I don't even want to say that because I can't say that on this podcast.
It was 21-13 Niners
no,
at halftime.
Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah.
forgive me. I didn't watch the game because I was with my family. We were like on a hike or something, but I watched the replay obviously, so I didn't realize we didn't really take it away till late. in the game.
At least what I noticed was that like the Lions defense sucked, and that the Niners looked like a playoff offense against the Lions defense. And so I thought the
Yeah.
Vikings were going to look insane this week, and then just
The over-under
nothing.
was the best I've ever seen.
Same in the NFL. I don't think I've ever seen higher than 56.
56.5 or something. But I think it was like a tiny bit of luck. Like if they play again, they're going to convert some of those Justin Jefferson touchdowns. They'll score more points, I feel like. But at the same time, like our line held up for how banged up. That was the main part that was banged up is the Lions defense. But then, Anzalone Arnold and
I forgot that he was going to come back too. I didn't know Anzalone was back.
fans loved him. Like when he came out, that was the roar. Like it was like he was in for like Hutchinson.
He looks like a lion.
I love how you say that. Yeah, I can see
Like I don't even know. Like I mean, physically and just like players that are good that they've had. I don't know, but like he just looks like he belongs.
it just
there.
fits being a Lion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Lions defense was pretty bad the second half of the season, but it seems like now they're starting to get guys back because they played fucking awesome last night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
And
it was the best environment out there.
the biggest help for a defense is getting to play at home, which the Lions now get to do the rest
So
of the
clutch. And
playoffs.
the bye is huge. And obviously, any team could win any game in a bye. It's like in fantasy football, like how big the bye is. If you're a
It
1 or 2
is.
seed, it's just huge because even if you have a team, it's almost a coin flip. But
it's
when
so
you're at
lucky.
home, it's such a favorite too. It's so
And
huge.
Montgomery, did you hear all that stuff? Like Montgomery, apparently, you probably didn't hear it because you were at the game, but maybe you saw it. Apparently, he says that he's going to be back. Like when you guys are back.
If
Dude,
like it's the Super Bowl and Hutch and Montgomery come rolling out fucking hand in hand.
That's what I'm saying. Hutchinson said Hutchinson is not coming back, dude.
Yeah.
That's one of the
There's
worst
thinking not.
injuries I've ever seen in my life, and he had it in week 6, dude. He's not coming back.
But I don't,
They
he's
might
gonna
let him
try.
take a snap.
They probably won't. Yeah, it'll be bad. It's like
But Montgomery, like I think Montgomery's different. Like he said that he could play in like the divisional series, like
Wow.
after the bye.
yeah, I didn't hear much of that. That would be awesome. No,
It was what he said though, so I think he's very optimistic. I don't know how much I believe David
Well,
Montgomery.
he got hurt. They said he tore his ACL. He went and got a second opinion, and they were like, "Yeah, you tore your ACL." And then he went and got a third opinion, and that guy was like, "Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
You're
good."
you just need one doctor. To
Yeah, you just need to keep going until you find one that says yes.
I love that.
Did you see that meme going around, Henry, of like it was like the doctor that told Montgomery his MCL was fine, and it's just Dan Campbell in like a white
A doctor's
coat.
code. It's on the thumbnail for one of our episodes. It's fucking awesome.
I need did you cut? Yeah, you got to show that one up there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's like the thumbnail of like episode 3 or 4
Yeah, it was whenever that all broke out.
or something, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Did you have any first touchdown score or anything
No,
cool
I,
hit the Lions game?
I slammed Lions money line like in the middle through it like a pretty juicy like -400 or something. And so what I used like one of those sites where like you can use arbitrage or middling, all those things, but it'll show you the live odds on every single site at the same time. So,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, during this Heat Sacramento game on FanDuel, there was one that was like minus 220 and it was like plus 230 on ESPN Bet or DraftKings. Every once in a while, you can find, and if you could do
A
it,
crazy one.
yeah, and so like if you bet both sides, you'll make a little money. That's what arbitrage betting is. And so
For
I
sure.
made a ton of money last year doing it, and a lot of the sports books limited me. But in the middle of the game, I looked and I think it was ESPN Bet had him like minus 400, and you could get him like plus 450 somewhere else. And so in theory, one of those sides is the EV positive, right? You could bet both and guarantee money. But I just threw like a couple grand on the Lions. And the funny thing is, just to win like 500, so it was not that good of a bet. Like it was pretty juicy. But literally 2 plays later was when, do you remember when Goff threw a pass, just a short halfback slant or whatever to the right, and he almost gets his hand out and picks it to the house, but he kind of fumbles it and drops it.
Yeah,
Van
yeah, yeah.
Ginkel how did he not catch that
And
ball?
so I was literally on that line, and there was a Vikings fan next to it, and they're already like cheering for that split second. I mean, it looks like it's the house, and that's right after some of my heart sinks. Like I just read 2 grand on this
Oh
stupid bet
God.
because I agreed for 500, paying for my ticket. But so somehow he dropped that, and that would have totally swung the game. I think we were only up 7. It might have been up 14, but I think we were only up 7. Either way, I mean, could you imagine?
And he has 3 pick sixes on the year. I don't know how he dropped that.
No, I don't know. I feel like
It was right
that's
to
what I'm
him.
saying. I don't think the Lions are whatever 31-10. Is that what it ended up being? Whatever it is, I don't think we're 3 touchdowns better than the Vikings, but I definitely think like if we play our game like we did, we'll be a little better. But we definitely had some breaks going for us. So
And you'll get him at home if you have to see him again. So I'm definitely taking the Lions now. I took the Vikings before the game, though, for sure.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I mean, it was the loudest I've ever heard it in there, and it was such a great atmosphere. I'm so happy I went. I got my blue and white ribbons that were falling down. All of those.
That's awesome,
framed.
dude.
I'm telling my
That's
kids
That's
about.
awesome.
Yeah, dude, you ought to hold on to those.
Heck yeah, dude.
He got a tattoo like 3 years ago, and it said Lions 202. So he had 9 years to win the Super Bowl.
No, I didn't see that.
It was in 2021. He got 202. So right, he has
Oh
9
my god.
Super Bowl championships. So
Oh no.
I'll have to do that too, dude. It's awesome.
That's
Fuck yeah,
awesome.
dude. That's awesome.
If they win it, I definitely think that you should.
Oh, you have to, dude.
Somewhere. Yeah.
You have to.
I have to, dude. Legacy year, get a Michigan Natty and a Lions Super Bowl back to back.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, what felt better? Like, it's probably a stupid question, obviously, the national championship, but like that Ohio State game, like no one in the fucking world thought Michigan was going to win that game.
The worst part is all season I was thinking about going down to Columbus. Like, I know there's a 5% chance we're going to win this game, but it would have been electric just because we're still national champs. Like, we can still hold that. It would be cool to be down there and just, I mean,
for sure.
We have to be out of the world. Like, I'd probably get a punch thrown at me or something. It'd be awesome.
Dude, for sure.
I was in California, so I couldn't go. And then I'm like, all right, Dad, well, I hope they don't win because I would have been there. Like, I'm totally.
And they won.
But I mean, just watching that, like literally the first 4 possessions, we had 3 turnovers, 1 on downs, 1 interception, 1 fumble, like everything in a row, the trifecta. And me, my dad, and my brother, I mean, we are just screaming. And I mean, that was comparable with the national championship because like just that first half of the first quarter, like the things that just flipped the tide for us right away, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
That's why
it seemed like they got every break and Ohio State wouldn't throw the fucking football.
Why? Like Marv was low key open on a lot of those, and they're just running it in the fourth quarter. Like I don't know. I don't think
I know
they're OC, but I mean they still are. They fucking win the national championship, so I guess we'll see. I
think if Jeremiah Smith could be in the draft right now, he'd be a top 3 pick, maybe top 4.
He's so good, dude. It's terrible. We're gonna have to go against him for 2 more years. Yeah,
I know, dude.
Are they taking over LSU as wide receiver U? I mean, at this point,
no.
No.
No, but they're definitely second.
Yeah, for sure. Solidly second. Bama's pretty good, but they're solidly second, I'd say.
They're the trifecta there, those 3.
They got who went to OSU? Olave, I guess never really played.
Garrett Wilson, and Jigba.
And Jigba, yeah.
Marv.
Yeah.
No, they're loaded. And I mean, there's also like Michael Thomas and
I was gonna say Michael
Terry.
Thomas, but that didn't feel right. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, they got studs, but they don't have the top 4 in receiving yards in the NFL this year.
Yeah, that is fair.
Nothing will ever beat the depth of, I think it was 2016 or 2014 Bama, where they had 5 or 6 running backs on the roster. Like, you ever see that picture of the 6 of them on the bench? Like,
Yeah, dude.
but it was Derrick Henry's year or whatever. And they had
Well, there's even that picture of like Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Judy, Jameson Williams. Like,
right. And I was like, not far apart,
They were
probably.
so loaded.
Bama just always gets the talent. But
what do you think of Underwood?
Underwood, oh my God. I got a picture of him at the Pistons game. It's going to be amazing.
You saw him?
Dude, it was such a big flip for us because getting him gets us so much more talent too. Like,
because people want to be with him.
It defines the program for the next 3 years because getting him is going to get us so much more talent. It totally flips us from being a top 10 team to like a top 30 team. Like, it's just the best thing to ever happen to Michigan. And Dave Portnoy's the GOAT. That's all there is to it.
Should we this is about to totally kick us off.
Oh yeah.
We got like 10 seconds. You want to just send another one and we'll cut right there?
Right on.
That didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, excuse me.
What is
were you on the Lions or Underwood?
Underwood.
Oh, yeah. Underwood. No, yeah, it's really the best thing that ever happened because I don't know if you look just how bad we were this year. I mean, that could have totally stayed down in that trajectory, and especially because we don't really want to fire Sharon Moore. I don't like. I think he's a great person. I think he's not a terrible coach, but if from a recruiting standpoint, I wasn't really sure how well he could do. But getting Underwood, like I said, will just get us so much more talent. And we already got a couple flips. I think there's still like that 5-star receiver. Might have been to LSU as well that we still might get, but it totally is going to change the program, the tide of the program. So it's huge. It's massive. Huge. I love it.
I really wonder, do you think Stallions had anything to do with that, or is it just totally all money and Dave Portnoy? Yeah.
Well, my favorite thing too is I never would, but I totally should have. You know, it's like 30 minutes from me. There was always tons of Michigan fans at the game, like with signs and everything, like come to Michigan.
For sure.
Stallions, he probably did the best he could, like just throwing subtle hits, like, you know, Michigan, man, I'm telling you, like.
I just wonder, like, did he take that job? Like, after I watched that documentary, his entire life is to make Michigan football as good as it could possibly be. Like, did he take that job because that was the football job that he could get in the moment, or did he take that job for Michigan? Like,
probably both. Like, I didn't watch the documentary, which I should, but I listened to him on a podcast, and I mean, it was cool. Like, he was going to do absolutely everything in his power to make Michigan better, as little or as much as he could do. He's going to do it. And so
you need to watch that doc, bro.
I do. Yeah. No, I respected him so much as a person, though. He's like, all right, you know what? All these head coaches, they went to the military for 3-4 years. I'm going to the military for 3-4 years. Then he comes down, he does everything he can to get in the position he could get in to be a coach or anything. So,
or to just somehow make Michigan slightly bit better. Like, there's a clip in the doc where, like, do you remember when he was on the sidelines of like the Central Michigan game against Michigan State, and he has like the fake beard and shit and the glasses, and so they like show it and they're like, Connor, like, we have this obtained footage from the Western Michigan game or Central Michigan game. Like, was this you on the sideline? He's like, oh, absolutely not. I don't know where you guys got that photo. Like, definitely not. And then it cuts to Dave Portnoy. And they're like, Dave, like, we want to show you this picture. Is this Connor? And he's like, yeah, that's Connor. How do you know, Dave? And he's like, well, because he told me. He told me he was there. He told me he did that.
I just hear his voice as you're saying it.
But it's like right after Connor says, like,
he's like, no, dude, what are you talking about? It's fucking awesome.
Great documentary.
It's like we're sitting around with Coach Ainsworth, and I'm like, oh, no, I never said that. And Jake's like, oh, Henry did that.
Yeah, no, that was Henry for sure.
Cracking me up, dude.
Oh, yeah. But so are the Lions. You guys picked a win, or you still think the Chiefs can hold out, or you got some?
I've had a future on the Lions since, let me see when. Lapierre actually
270 now. Like, they are really getting the love. What did you get them at, like 5 or 6 to 1?
1,100 plus 1,100.
Wow, that had to be highest they've ever been. I'm impressed.
It was early. Lop actually turned me on to it.
Yes.
Where did I
It
place
was
it?
like
I placed it October 4th, 30 to win 360 because
it was like week 4, and I told him that I was after like the Niners lost to Minnesota, and I was like,
Mhm.
I think that we fucking suck. You should bet on the Lions and the Packers to win the Super Bowl. And he was
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, I bet on both of them, but I cashed out the Packers week like 10 and made like $50.
I still won't. I don't know if this has ever been covered in the podcast, but what the 2021 or when did it was the 2021-22 Niners that went to the Super Bowl, right? That was that year.
Are you talking about the Jimmy
Yeah.
one?
What year did you guys lose in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs?
That would
Was
have
it
been that
Well,
was
we got it twice.
1920 was the first one, and then last year was the second one.
Oh yeah, the second one, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
But going into the season, their win total was like 3 or like over under 2.5 or 3.5. And Jake literally tells me like this team is gonna do something. Like I don't know if he said they're gonna go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, but he's like not
That
only hit their
year.
win total, but they will make the playoffs. And that's just like mind boggling because they were so bad the year before, and then they literally go like 11.
I was definitely a little like blind hope there for sure. But
Sure.
You were still so confident telling me, and I'll just always remember that. And since then, if Jake says it's a lock, I'm putting my money with it.
well,
Don't
To,
inflate his ego any more than it already is. Chill out.
to give you some less confidence on my picks, the last 3 podcasts, I've picked the Chargers to win the Super Bowl, then they lost to the Bucks. Then I picked the Bucks to win the Super Bowl, and they lost to the Cowboys. And then last week I said that the Vikings were going to win the Super Bowl. And so if I picked the Lions, you're kind of fucked, bro.
All right, pick maybe like the Ravens or Bills. Get one of those teams out there. Just pick the Chiefs.
I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the damn Chiefs, dude.
It's gonna be the Chiefs. It's gonna be the Chiefs for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, I
I can't
assume
take them.
these are your second team, right? They have to be because your mom, or
No.
you don't like them at all, really? Even with how much loves them?
I hate them, dude. They're
That's pretty good.
they're my most hated team. Beating them,
Wow.
whatever the final score was, beating them 38-0 was.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't even. I was telling Lop, I don't even care if it was backups, dude. That was sweet like honey. That's what that
You guys
was.
came out the gates with it, like it was
Yeah,
21
dude.
before I blinked. It's awesome.
Quick, dude. We scored in like 2.5 minutes when we started the game. Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
That was fantastic.
Where I'm at, Hen, I want Elon Musk to build a rocket ship that sends people to Mars, and I want him to give Patrick Mahomes and Shohei like a one-way ticket, and they just get lost or something. Because,
They go try to see the Titanic.
yeah, they're just gone.
Yeah, for sure. I got a good chance of being on that. No, because my dad will literally be the one like building or designing the nuclear reactors for this, right? For when eventually at some point we'll have to civilize Mars, right? Because we'll run out of everything.
I know what you're talking about, but like the fact
It'll
that
be like 100 years from now, probably. But if there is one that's like in 20, 30 years, I might think about hopping on. Go make some
Fuck that, dude.
Tell me that would
No
go
chance. I'm good here.
wouldn't do it. You'd be like, if you got the opportunity to be the first human civilization to go and live on Mars, you're both saying no, or what do you say?
Yes,
Jake?
yes. I'm saying absolutely fucking not.
Oh,
I need to know how old I am and what I have going for me at the time.
You're 43 years old. This podcast has taken off pretty well. You guys are like, now you got and everything. I mean, you're happily married. You got 2 kids, 7 and 4. And
How do you watch football?
What?
How do you watch football?
They got you internet up there. Like they're gonna get it all going.
They're gonna hook it up.
But you'll get the 4-screen direct TV going.
They got FanDuel.
That's a
Dude, honestly, put a FanDuel up there and throw in Red Zone, and I am in.
Yeah.
Get FanDuel legal and you're in. Is that what you said?
No, I said put a FanDuel up there and throw in Red Zone, and I'm in. That's
Dude, that's a question. Is it legal if you're not on the world?
Yeah, dude. How you can't govern me from up there?
Yeah, it would have to be legal in Mars.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Anyways,
if you don't pick the Lions and you don't pick the Chiefs, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I mean, Probably whoever gets there besides or between the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens, probably I'd pick them.
If
I'd probably give the edge. I mean, just how good Allen's been. I mean, that'd be a good one. I wonder if they'll end up playing in the divisional
I
because
think they will play in the divisional if they both win.
I mean the reseeding I think is always cool. Instead of like
Mhm.
you'll know who you play. So
Mhm.
and then it'd
I
be
was
like
telling Sean, and it might not be fair to the Lions because they definitely looked really good. But I like want to be looking for like an AFC to win the Super Bowl bet. If I could find that less than like minus 150, I think they have the three best teams in the NFL right
I
now.
agree. Yeah. No.
And I don't know. I
And
just think the AFC is going to win it.
I trust you. And, you know, the Eagles were so shaky at the start of the year. They've also turned it around heavily too, which is cool to see. But I mean, do you guys remember? Were they like 2-3, and people are saying like, "There's no way they make the playoffs." So it was
Yeah,
like,
Mhm.
fire Sirianni and
for a team like the Lions, where you haven't really seen us just be god awful. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you
You haven't yet.
that's the kind of team that you need to win a Super Bowl. I feel like where it's not just going to be shaky the whole game.
I
And
honestly thought that's what the Vikings were too up until
yeah,
this
that's
week.
true. That's so true. Yeah. So.
But I don't know.
But sometimes that's what it takes to throw it in for a team and turn it around. Like look at a team like Ohio State, like they just got the shit beat out of them by Michigan, and they turn around and they whoop Tennessee, and I mean their chances to win are pretty good. So
They
maybe it'll be
whooped
good.
Oregon too.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, Tennessee, Oregon was something. So
Who did that? So now that's the Cotton Bowl against Texas.
yeah, and they're 6.5 or 7 point favorites against Texas, which is
They're gonna
crazy.
win that game,
yeah,
and it's in
I'd take Ohio
Dallas.
State spread.
They're gonna win the Natty, I think. I
I
mean,
think so too. They
Notre
look
Dame,
so
Penn State
good.
will be a good one. We'll see how that ends up, but yeah,
I
I
kind of like Penn State over
I
Notre Dame.
yeah, it's yeah, I think it'll be a good one. I don't know. I think it's pretty close to a coin flip. I might end up betting on like Notre Dame, but we'll see.
I don't think Georgia was that good, to be honest. I'm not trying to hate on Notre Dame, but I think Penn State might kick the shit out of Notre Dame. I don't even know what the line is. I don't even know college football, but
Yeah.
that's kind of my gut feeling right now.
Did the Big Ten take over college football? Can that be said, or is it too early? I mean,
Fuck no,
I mean,
dude.
Oregon,
Let's
Ohio
say
State,
it.
Penn State,
Yeah, say it with
Notre
your
Michigan.
Dame.
chest.
I bet you within 5 years, Notre Dame will be in the Big Ten, but obviously they're independent. But yeah, it's like if you look at it,
Yeah,
like, wow,
I've been telling
yeah.
people that. I'm saying, but I'm guessing it's within 3 years they join the Big Ten because
Yeah, and like every other sport, they're Big Ten, which is funny, but they make more money from football being independent. So
yeah, but like
it
if you
makes
can't get a bye, if you have to win your conference to get a bye, like
it.
Notre Dame's just never going to get a bye. They could be the best team in the country and they're not getting a bye.
That's well said. Yeah.
They just also need to change that because Arizona State and Boise State probably shouldn't have had fucking buys.
It's
Mhm.
so yeah, I
Like,
totally agree. It's weird, and people are saying it's totally going to get changed within the next couple of years, just to
Yeah,
be more clear cut. Like people, you don't really know what's going to happen, and then yeah, Arizona State and Boise were not top four teams. I mean, I was hoping one of them would pull it out. That Arizona State game was one of the best I've ever seen.
that was a
So
great game.
that game was insane. Cam Scattaboo, I hope he gets drafted and I hope he's sick.
so good. He's such a dog. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they change it up to just like the top four ranked teams or what they end up doing. Obviously, the Big Ten and SEC should get one, but I guess if there's still four power conferences, they can't favor like two of them, even if they are
Mhm.
better. You know what I'm saying? So they might
Yeah,
or something.
I
Get
don't know what
six
they're gonna do.
March Madness style. Who knows?
64
Yeah.
team, yeah. Just everybody plays one quarter, and that's how the games work. There's 64
What?
team
Straight to
playoff.
overtime. For
Yeah,
all
it's just
of them.
overtime only.
Just overtime rules.
Something. Yeah.
First team to score wins.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah.
right on.
You guys think Ohio State's a lock to win the national championship?
Yeah, personally, other than I don't know. My grandpa's a Penn State fan, so I'm kind of just like rooting for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seems like they're kicking the shit out of everyone.
I think
One thing
whoever
I gotta
wins. No, go ahead.
Good. Now you go for it. I'll move on.
I just think whoever wins the Ohio State Texas game is probably going to win it, and I think Ohio State's going to win that game. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. If you look at like the betting odds, Penn State and Notre Dame are both like 4-1 to win it all, or 5-1. You know,
Really?
plus 140. Texas is like plus 250, plus 290 or something. Like they think whoever wins that game will win it. But what I was gonna say is like I think I'll forever root for Penn State and not really root against them because I went to their stadium and it was the nicest fan base I've ever seen. Like nobody was mean. Obviously, I said you'll always find some fans that are like mean or nasty. Not a single. And this was at the height of the Michigan cheating scandal. So I like my dad and I going in are like, yeah, I mean, they're gonna be some chirpers and they're all like super nice, nothing wrong. And one time I was making a joke like leaving the stadium we won. I'm like, oh, I'm surprised that car didn't run me over. And then the Penn State fan was like obviously just joking with my dad. She's like, oh no, we never do that. Like we're always about sportsmanship. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was totally joking, but even like just
that's crazy.
Let you know that they're nice too.
They sound like a bunch of pussies.
Maybe that's why they can't win the big one.
Yeah, maybe they just don't have what it takes.
They got to take a bite off a few kneecaps and
yeah.
No, you're right. No, that's part of why I love it because heck, like being like I love being in between like Vikings and Lions fans and I love that part of the sport.
You got any more bold takes you want to fire off before we close it out?
That's a good. I always got bold takes. What are we talking like?
I don't know what else. Who's your MVP? We'll start there.
Yeah, I think Allen's got it still for sure. I mean,
over Lamar.
The betting odds. I think Lamar's closed the gap, and then even not Burrow. Or was it who?
Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley's up there too. But I think is Allen still a betting favorite by a lot or not?
It's a lot more than I thought. Allen's minus 470.
Okay, and dude, at one point it's like minus 50 or like 5,000.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Lamar's plus 350.
I still think, yeah. I mean, total touchdowns. I assume Allen has Lamar beat by a decent amount because he just had where he had like 12.
I agree with Allen. Like we thought that the Ravens were going to be a really good football team this year. Why would they not be? And they got Derrick Henry. But like everyone thought the Bills were going to be like bad or rebuilding. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
I feel like Josh is so much. I mean, they're both so valuable. They're both insanely valuable. But like, if you take away Josh, I don't know if the Bills win a football game. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they just lost to the Patriots with Trubisky, and the Patriots were playing Joe Milton,
and they had the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
like they were the worst team.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no.
Anybody seen those Defensive Player of the Year odds?
I saw them last week.
My boy Pat Surtain is minus 500 right now.
No way. That's awesome.
Would Andrew Van Ginkel have won
if he got that pick 6?
If he got that pick.
I love that. But yeah, no, it's all I know is my mortal lock is Lions winning it all. Goff MVP. Write it in stone. It's already there. It's etched in blood. It's already there. Clip it. Yeah.
I hope it happens.
Clip it right now.
It'll be clipped. We need to get the Lions fans back in our good graces.
Yeah, we do.
6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. The Lions, there's a 10 out of 10 chance they win every single game. The Chiefs, it's only like 9 out of 10, but we're just kicking everybody in. It's gonna be ball game. It's gonna be amazing.
I love it.
Right,
I love it.
Sean Rao, you're $360 richer. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go get a nice steak dinner courtesy of Dan Campbell.
Yeah. Another thing is how much I hate Ohio State. I knew how unbelievably good they were going to be this year. So at the beginning of the year, I bet like $200 or $300 on them at like plus 450. So that way, if they win it all, I won't be upset. Like,
yeah,
fair.
It's like what Locke was saying. You're either going to be happy or right.
Yeah. Last year, morning of the Super Bowl, I drove down to Buffalo Thunder with $200, and I was going to put it on the Chiefs. So that I could hedge my emotions. Like, even if we lost, I'd still be like, oh, at least I won a bet. Yeah. I drove all the way down there with the full intention of taking Chiefs +2. I got to the machine and I just couldn't do it, man. I took Niners money line.
That's awesome. That's the greatest one. That's a
double loss.
Awesome.
Oh, I just couldn't do it, bro.
Like a lot of people emotional hedge, right? They'll just bet against their team as an emotional hedge. I can't do it. I'm like, I rip Michigan.
Dude, me too.
I ripped it. I'm all in. Like, I'm either crying myself to sleep or I'm eating steak and sushi all
Yeah,
night.
Fair,
dude.
bro,
I would
fair.
way rather be double happy for sure.
Oh, exactly.
I also
Your parlay is
like.
happy.
I also
Yeah.
genuinely think sometimes though that like when I bet on a team, they can no longer win. So like
That's yeah.
maybe like sometimes like I should just actually bet on the Chiefs because then they can't win. Like I
My
don't know.
favorite story ever with you, Jake, is we're in like I think it was Grants. I don't know if Sean had graduated by now, but you bet a lot of money on you think you bet on the Golden State Warriors and you end up
The
betting on
over.
I don't know if you've talked about this. No, you end up betting on like the Portland Trailblazers when you think you'll definitely have to remember this. Is it ringing a bell?
No, yeah.
For Dealer Sportsbook, is that what it was?
We watched like the whole game too.
And Jake's sweating out Golden State, and he's just depressed after they lost by like 1 point. And he looks and he has it all on Portland, and I still can't believe it because I feel like I would never make that mistake. But you did it, and you're just like, oh, I guess I'm happy. Like
It was an accident, but like we watched the whole game, and I was so upset when they lost. And then I opened dealer, and it was
great story.
It was a
it hit. I
smash.
had Portland.
There you
I was an
go.
idiot.
Could you imagine if it was the other way around? Like you'd never bet again. You'd be so
No,
hard.
yeah, like I would like literally like hit up like an agent on the site or something and be like, "That's not what I fucking did."
That's such a legendary moment.
I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Because you bet like a lot of money. Like at that time, it was like more than either of us have ever bet on a game.
No, for sure. Like or that we should have. Like absolutely, yeah. And it lost.
Just 14-year-old gambling addicts, you two.
Oh,
My other favorite one that we did back in the day is we would all put in like $50 as the fantasy football buy-in. But then like every once in a while we'd find a game
yeah.
where
You bet it on the side because it was such a lock and it still won.
Yeah.
there was one time it was like Thursday night Steelers Dolphins and we bet $500 the entire pot of our fantasy league and it won, dude. It fucking won.
Yeah,
Never
dude.
lost a pot bet. Like it was a pot bet is always a lock. I learned. Like
Well, so we did it.
Well, except for the next year when we actually lost all of the fantasy money.
in like week 2, and then no one tried anymore.
dude, I remember one of the years we won the money, and then I was like, all right, let me win us some money on blackjack, like with the pot money, and I lost it all. So I had to pay out of pocket. Like I tried to win the pot 10 more bucks on blackjack, and then I had to pay the $250 out of pocket or whatever it was.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I do remember that.
On the putting green at Los Alamos Golf Course.
Back in the day, there were many wars fought there.
Oh my
It was
God.
probably the last war there ever, man. That course is totally different now.
This
Yeah,
reminds
that's what
me,
I've
I
heard.
know I lost it to you in a putting battle. Do you have a Tim Tebow signed baseball still, or did you sell it?
Huh. I don't know. There's a chance I sell. I have that bat from that one Tigers player still.
Alan Trammell?
Yeah, you have insane ball knowledge memory. Yeah, Alan Trammell's
I remember that one, but I gave you.
He
I
just
got Tim
remembers his
Tebow's
losses.
autograph.
Tim Tebow baseball. Did I win? I mean, that had to be worth a lot, so I probably flipped it as soon as I got it. But
I think that you did sell it. Like it was, but like, and there was another one. I gave you this like Sports Illustrated, the Astros one that was like
yeah,
crazy.
It was worth like $400 or something.
At
Because
the time,
it was like
yeah.
that was a prediction, like the Astros will win the 2022 World Series. Is that what it
But
was?
you sold it before they cheated. Like,
so it went downhill after.
dude, that thing's worthless.
That's awesome. I timed that great then.
Yeah. I only remember the ones that I lost to you for some reason. I don't remember
Broncos
anything I ever won from you.
That's what keeps you coming back. It's not the wins, it's the losses.
We would go out there, Sean, in like the snow.
Yeah,
and
when they put those lights up.
the lights would stay till 10, and
Yeah.
we would call it sushi because every time we would putt, the ball would just turn into a roll of sushi. Like it would just turn into a snowball.
Dude,
But we would like
the sushi ball rolls up right next to the hole, and you know it falls either way, but it takes like a couple seconds right in. And it's like no.
It was a whole different game. We would just be freezing,
Oh,
losing to each other.
of degeneracy gambling. 'Cause we would never be out there for practice, but it's like, all right, I'll put up $100. You put up this Alan Trammell signed bat.
And then I lose.
You definitely won a few, but I think I honestly always put up cash, and then you gave me a decent deal on
Just
these odds with Alan
memorabilia.
Trammell.
No, yeah, it would be like the signed thing of the week. Like
Sounds like
the
Lob's
player
gonna
that
lose his
I have
car
so
one
many
day.
signed cards. I don't know who they are. Like, it's awesome.
yeah, I still have some cool baseballs, but I feel like a lot of the cool ones, I'm like,
Do you
damn,
still have like
what
4
is that?
judges or no?
It's 4 trouts, and
Oh,
I sold one, and actually I sold 2, but one of them was to my grandpa, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah,
He just like refused to let me list it on eBay, so he was like, "I'll give you the money for it."
That counts. That's
Yeah.
an exchange of goods for fucking money. That counts.
So I sold 2. I have one that says to Jacob, and Blake has one, and my grandpa has one. But
Nice.
I sold the coolest one for like $900, and I'm still pretty sad about it.
Did you get all those when you were in the parking lot with him? Didn't you like your mom parked in his spot, or what was that story? I know you took a picture.
He like we would always stay at this like timeshare in Arizona for spring
Yeah.
training, and he had like in spring training he had a timeshare at the same spot.
No
So
way.
like I see him leave. I'm waiting at the Angels game to get his autograph, and I see him drive out, not sign, using this badass green Raptor. And so like I'm like, shit, we didn't get Mike Trout. Me and my mom start walking to the car. We drive back to the like hotel or whatever, and my mom just parked next to it. He was parked right next to our apartment. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way it's him, right? Like my mom was like, that's a pretty rare car, like maybe. And I walked into the pro shop, dude, and he's literally up. He's like getting a tee time. Like he was like getting a cart in like 9 holes or 18 holes. I was like freaking out. So I literally sat at the pool for 5 hours till he finished golfing and got his autograph.
I mean, the EV there, the hourly is so worth it. 5 hours.
No, I knew he was there. I knew he had to go back to his car. So I
Imagine if you said, no, sorry, I just shot 47. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, it's like, go fuck yourself, kid.
do you know who Jared Weaver is? Have you ever heard that name?
I don't know if I have, no.
He was a pitcher at the time, and he was really good. But like when Trout was a rookie, he was a pitcher for the Angels, and it's like probably Trout's like 3rd season, but he had already won like 2 MVPs, and he was golfing with Jared Weaver when I first saw him, and I tried to get Jared Weaver's autograph too, and he literally looked me dead in the eyes. I was like 11 or 12, bro, and just flipped me off. Walked back to his car.
No way.
Mike Trout signed 2 baseballs, and he flipped me off.
That's awesome. That's the cool thing. Another thing too is you feel like as a pro athlete, if you want to have a good image, every single person you have to be so nice to and sign. But there are those guys that you'll see, like Rory McIlroy. I'm up there, I'm ready to shake his hand, and he gives me like the dirtiest look ever and looks back. It's like obviously I get like the amount everybody and their mama is asking Rory McIlroy for a handshake or
for sure.
I'm not mad at
that shit would get old real quick.
He was like trying to lock me. Yeah, it'd be terrible. He's like the dirtiest look. He looks back, and I almost like laughed. Like that was cool. I got rejected by Rory McIlroy, man.
I know that you're not like, and obviously not same with me anymore. Like I'm not trying to get players' autographs, and not that you should be. But like I don't know. Like have you ever like ran into someone or like gotten a sick picture with someone or like I don't know. Like I just feel like you're going to all these damn events. Like you have to run into someone.
No, that's true. Like, yeah, the Bryce Underwood was good, and yeah, Terry and Arnold. I sat not too far from him.
That's sick.
You're always gonna see a bunch of like at a MLB game, they're sitting like next to you, right? But compared to a NFL game or NBA game, they're gonna be up on courtside. So
yeah,
MLB,
fair.
There was always people, or NHL too. Yeah, one of the defensive backs. There was like a couple guys or even when I went to let's see, the Nuggets game, Peyton Watson, that's the name, right? Obviously, Sean.
Yeah.
He was sitting like 3 rows in front of me, like 5 seats to the right. So it's cool at NHL games and MLB games. You sit like with those guys. So
that is super sick, dude.
I've definitely seen a lot of people. Like we're at the age now. It's like you don't really ask for autographs.
Yeah, no, they tell you to go fuck yourself if you ask anybody for an autograph.
And move on, I guess. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You just got to be like, yo, no, it's for my brother. His name's Henry. Could you just put this is for Henry?
It's
Dude,
to
he's
Michael
like 4
Jordan.
years old, dude. He
On
loves you.
route,
Come
please
on.
write him a note.
Yeah.
Last year,
Put that you love him, please.
Logan Thomas on the Commanders did a jersey swap with Julio Jones after the Eagles Commanders game, like week 18. And like Julio's mic'd up, and Logan Thomas goes, "Yeah, bro, could you sign it? And would you mind making it out to Logan? Yeah, my son, he's a huge fan. Could you make it out to Logan?" And all the comments were like, "Make it out to Logan." Like, bro, just
Shut
say you're a
off,
fan.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
That's such a good movie. That's
it was
awesome.
cracking me up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also weird because like if we went and we asked like Ashton Genty or Caleb Williams for their autograph, like we're all older than them now.
I know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's when it gets too weird.
yeah,
It's so big of a, like a JJ McCarthy fan I am. I'm like, hold on, like I'm older than him. Like he should be one of my classmates or friend. I look up to him like a god. Like,
Yeah, like
no,
yeah.
yeah,
something
like
wrong there.
it feels so weird now, man. Like if I ran into Snoop Dogg, I think that it would almost be acceptable. Like, yeah, I could ask him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
a legend, or like Tom Brady or something. But like Caleb or Genty, like
Yeah.
I should be like, "What's up, bro?
What's up,
Like,
kid?
Like I could be like kissing ass so much, or sorry if I'm cussing a little bit, but to ask one
no.
of them for an autograph, like someone
We've
like
been
your age.
trying to cuss more.
All right, good. Yeah, no, I've been
Fucking-
ripping them. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We're at that age now. We're just demoralized by the success by these athletes. We're
Yes.
sitting back, ripping
Yes.
their ass. We lost a bet on them. Like,
Yeah. You're like,
It's
yeah,
insane.
fuck you, guy. You're doing
My
everything I've
favorite
always
thing,
wanted to.
yeah,
On Pardon My Take, whenever they have a guest on, like the guest will like say shit or something, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, like, am I allowed to cuss?" And PFT goes, "Fuck shit, bitch." Like, yeah,
Fuck,
you can say whatever
shit,
you want.
Fuck.
that's awesome.
Well, we're about to lose time here. I think this is a good point to end on.
Yeah, I like it.
About to die too.
And I appreciate you coming on and talking rock with us. That was a
Honor,
pleasure.
boys. Don't forget about me when this thing takes off.
No,
man.
dude,
Dude.
we'll have you back on for more Lions updates throughout the playoffs.
I'm gonna. How about we get the podcast the second the Lions win the Super Bowl? I'm gonna be there, fifth row with my stolen seat, and I'll just hop on the pod right there.
There you go.
We'll interview you right after you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be out there in my pads and everything. Like, in case Goff gets hurt, like I'm there. They know
You got to
I'm
be ready. You don't got to
Bring
get
some
ready if you
gloves
stay
for
ready.
sure.
What did you say, Jake?
Bring some gloves for sure, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be warmed up and everything.
Real quick, last thing. Did
Yeah.
you see the video of JJ McCarthy? You were at the game.
Yeah,
Like,
like the Goldilocks hair.
he
yeah.
looks like my 15-year-old brother Blake.
I can see.
Like he looks like a little boy, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like he looked.
No, he looks
not
so
like
different. It's crazy. I guess we're not gonna be calling JJ McCarthy attractive on here, but like
fair.
like the 2023 night shots, like
But would you?
Well,
But if we were,
yeah, I know. I feel like he was more attractive with his short hair, his dog mentality back there.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
He's
he
too
looks like
pretty. You don't want a pretty boy.
No,
He had like the sweatshirt on and then like basketball shorts, dude. Like he looked like he was in 7th grade last night,
Dude,
walking around on the
I get
sideline.
it. I knew he had to be on the sideline, like watching this big of a game, and I was looking for him. And I was totally looking for a different person. Like I wasn't looking at Goldilocks hair. Like
You probably saw him and was like, "Wait, what?"
I know. So
Looks like Andrew Van Ginkel out there, Alex Anzalone.
Yeah, he does look like Alex Anzalone. Yeah. Well, so who's getting traded? Let's hear the last take of the day. We're all gonna make a prediction: Darnold or JJ, because they're trading one of them for sure, right? Like,
I doubt it.
Dude, I don't know. So it was always like a while ago, the front office or whatever said they'll probably trade Sam Darnold, but now I don't know. People like the last 2 days, I saw a couple articles saying that like JJ's up for trade if there's like.
Well, we kind of talked about this in the last couple ones we did. I feel like just franchise tag Darnold and then let him start next year and let McCarthy sit one more year. And then, I don't know, maybe you could trade him while he's still on the tag, but you definitely can't just let him walk. That'd be idiotic.
He's been so valuable to them this year, and I feel like I feel like he's underappreciated because they were not supposed to be as good with Sam Darnold. And
Yeah.
he's going to be in a tough spot. Like JJ is going to come in and it's going to be hard for him to look as good as Darnold's look. So I respect him a lot for that. So
definitely.
I just wonder if they could get like a second or like maybe even like a late first from the Raiders or someone
McCarthy.
like a bad team for McCarthy. Yeah. Like,
I think if they are trading somebody this offseason, it would be McCarthy because you can't let Darnold walk.
After as good of a year. Yeah. And I bet you beginning of the year, like they're like, all right, well, we'll get JJ ready for next year. We'll get rid of Darnold. But now it's like with how valuable Darnold's been, got to keep him.
Mhm.
the one thing is Kevin O'Connell could turn me into a great quarterback. I'm convinced at this point.
Awesome.
Josh Dobbs was the MVP for a month.
No,
Yeah.
I bet you McCarthy's pretty fucking good when he comes back. Like I'll bet you he's pretty fucking good.
I think so too. And everyone's forgetting JJ McCarthy's superpower is that they're gonna have to pay Sam Darnold like $40 million. JJ McCarthy's gonna make like $1.2 million.
Yeah.
Which is nothing.
Yeah. And that rookie deals are we were talking about this like 3 or 4 years, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So they get
I
to
think
pay him
they're 4.
nothing for 4 years, and they'll be able to afford Hawkinson and Addison
Yeah.
and Jefferson. But
Dude,
if you give Darnold a bag, you can't.
That's a great point. That would probably lean him more towards getting rid of Darnold.
Definitely.
So perspective for sure.
Definitely.
I definitely think Darnold gives you a better chance to win right now, but JJ is cost nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then they're gonna have to keep throwing him back at Justin Jefferson. Like they can never let him go. I feel like so.
He's already the highest paid, but in 2 years he's gonna need more.
Yeah, that's
Like
that's so true.
Right on, dudes. Well, we'll fucking end it here.
All right, boys.
And you want to plug anything? Bellagio Henrold.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're doing anything for Hen, to be honest.
Hey, you never know.
It was just it was an honor myself. It was good.
Ryder might follow you.
Sports TikTok. So what'd you say?
Ryder might give you a follow after this.
Oh, shout out Ryder.
Yeah, shout out Ryder. We shout out Ryder.
We shout out Ryder every episode.
Ryder, I love you, Ryder. Ryder probably doesn't remember me, but Ryder, when you're like 4 years old, beating up on Lop, I was your biggest fan.
Right on.
Yeah,
right,
shout
we'll
out
cut
Ryder.
it there, boys.
Pleasure. All right. It was
Love
fun,
it.
boys.